PUBG Mobile version 2.7 will be available soon. Let's take a look at all the new content. The long-awaited Dragon Ball Super collaboration is officially here. We'll be bringing you 2 new game modes for this collaboration: Dragon Ball Super themed mode and Battle Royale Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super themed mode will be available in Erangel, Livic, and Sanhok. In this mode, we've incorporated Dragon Ball elements into the classic Battle Royale gameplay. All players will embark on a journey to find the Dragon Balls to summon Shenron. Collect the Dragon Balls scattered throughout the map. The team that gathers all 7 will be able to summon Shenron at the Shenron altar and make a wish to obtain powerful buffs. Maybe if you're super lucky, you'll get 3 wishes at once. During the journey of collecting the Dragon Balls, players will obtain a type of energy called Ki during the game. Players can use Ki to unleash famous Dragon Ball moves. Players can obtain the Kamehameha by picking it up. It equips to the pistol slot. After charging, it will release a continuous high-damage beam. Bukujutsu is another skill that can be picked up during a match. Players can use this skill to fly freely in the air and make quick tactical maneuvers. The Senzu Bean is a new recovery item that is incredibly effective. The Dragon Radar can display the location of Dragon Balls that haven't already been claimed by other players. It can help you collect the Dragon Balls more quickly. The Air Car can carry up to 3 players. It's easy to put away and has better performance than regular vehicles. Tenkaichi Budokai, Kame House, Korin Tower, Dragon Ball Village. These are some famous landmarks that will appear in the game. Call your friends and explore with them now. The collaboration this time even has a hidden challenge, named Dragon Ball Trial. Win consecutively in the themed mode for a chance to take on the challenge. After accepting the missions, the team has to follow the instructions and gather 7 Dragon Balls. During the process, your team's location will be exposed to other players. All players will be drawn into battle for the Dragon Balls. To win the game, the trial team must successfully secure the Dragon Balls, defend the altar, and then summon Shenron. Are you ready for the challenge? In this standalone mode, named Battle Royale Dragon Ball Super, players can roleplay as iconic Dragon Ball characters. Use powerful, unique moves in a brand new anime-style map, and become the ultimate victor. There are 5 Dragon Ball characters in this mode. They are Son Goku, Vegeta, Ultimate Gohan, Piccolo, and Frieza. Select your favorite fighter. Master their skills to suppress your enemies and achieve victory in intense battles. In the new version, the new Ace 32 firearm will be made available on all maps. It uses 7.62mm ammo and has 6 attachment slots. What are you waiting for? Go try it out now. Furthermore, this update also includes a firearm attribute tag display. Newer players can go to their backpack to look at the tags of a firearm they've picked up to quickly grasp its characteristics. The new Cycle 5 Season 13 begins on July 18th. Be sure to stay tuned for the new season rewards. That's a wrap for the main new content of the upcoming version. For more information, be sure to follow our official PUBG Mobile community. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. See you next time.
My friends, the guys over at PUBG Mobile challenged me to turn my guitar into an insane looking futuristic rifle. More specifically, the Dandy Groovster Set Cadence Maestro M24 upgradable firearm. Okay, that's very specific, since that challenge sounds like the usual madness we're doing here on the channel. I accept this challenge.
But how do you want to do that?
I can't do it alone, so I got the world's leading light design, special effect and show designer and my favorite tattoo artist in the entire world to help with the design and manufacturing of this insane looking laser rifle gun, and then to play some crazy super challenging shred licks over a funk track. Paint it, that's probably a good idea. I think all real guitar builders will cringe hard at this video. I don't think that this is how you usually do it. Okay, so now we have a black guitar, but we have to add a lot of rifle elements to it. How are we going to do that?
The back part of the guitar is very detailed. So my idea was project the actual guitar on this piece of wood, draw it, and then we cut it out. You don't have to hold it like a baby. We have all these parts here, and this looks pretty much like the original gun already, right?
Yeah. We have to closely replicate the color scheme and all the super intricate details of this design. We got some acrylic colors that look quite promising, but what's even more important, she will hopefully help me with not screwing this up now that this is already starting to look promising. So let's do this. We will use the projector above us to trace the lines of all the details. Have fun. We simply used some black zip ties and it's actually surprisingly balanced. Look at this awesome set that Martin built, and the LED wall behind me isn't even on yet. But honestly, the last question of tonight, can I actually shred on this thing? Let's find out.
Hello everybody and welcome to PMPL South Asia Championship Fall 2023. We are once again back with some more action for you guys. This is your host Essen. With me it's Shadow this time around. Welcome Shadow to the stream, and how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really good, Essen, and thank you so much for the warm welcome. And PMPL, I always love casting PMPL. I always say it's a festival, a week-long festival, and we get a champion in the spring season, in the fall season. But this time, I'm very shocked to see Stalwarts. What happened to them? They're sitting on the 12th spot.
Yeah, there's been some, hiccups going on for some of these teams, and second page has been the real scene of adversities for most of these teams out there. But we'll talk about that later, guys. But right now, thank you so much for tuning in. First of all, Shadow, I would like to welcome you. I'd like to give you some update. Right now, some of these teams like Magnus Esports for the first time from Pakistan region is really doing well. So, the fans back home are really happy. At the same time, Stalwart Esports, as you mentioned, they are struggling with these things. But 4MV, yesterday, they were pretty ballistic. That chicken dinner in Sanhok, 2 versus rest of the lobby, was outstanding in my opinion.
Well, 4MV, they have always been fantastic. Even in last season, 4MV, they were always sitting comfortably in the top 5. But this time, I'm also shocked and happy to see a comeback from the side of DRS. But talking about the format and timeline, we are right now into the group stages where 20 teams, 5 groups are competing against each other with 16 matches will be played per team. And from there on, top 16 teams will move into the finals.
Top 16 teams will move into the finals, and finals will happen between 31st of August till 3rd of September. 4 days of action, 24 matches, and 1 champion, but 4 slots for PUBG Mobile Global Championship of this year, 2023. So make sure, guys, you stay tuned, stay updated, and see if your team will be able to make it to the grand stage in Turkey, where this year PMGC will be happening. But let's have a quick look at the total prize pool. $150,000, where the team that will be the champs will get $26,000. That's a big staggering number. Shadow, I believe, is really going to be a life changer for some of these guys out there.
I'm just converting $26,000 into my currency. Because that is what we do. But we have individual prize money as well, $1,000 for the MVP. So individual prize money is also there. But how do you get this prize money? By earning those points. And this time, again, we have 10 points for the winner chicken dinner team. That means the first place teams. That means you have to focus on those elimination points, because for every elimination you are going to get 1 point. Gives you more reason to be more aggressive.
Yeah, more reasons, more ways to get aggressive, and now you have somewhat, I would say, kind of, I'm just missing the thought of train of my thoughts right now, but you have something to actually have a reason. You can talk to your coach that, okay, now the point system is totally rigged and there's no much point left for survival, so let's go all gun blazing. And you love to do what is most cheered about in PUBG Mobile. If you are an aggressive team, you will have the most fan base, and also everyone loves you because you are really giving them some quality entertainment. But looking at the overall ranking right now, that's the story I was describing early on. Shadow, DRS, they've been very consistent, 8 matches, 81 points, a good average of 10 points per match. Then we have T2K, but 4 Miracle Wives. They did great yesterday and they made themselves in top 3, but rest of the lobby, especially I'm seeing High Voltage DC really carrying forward their momentum from PMPL South Asia, and still performing way better in these matches in South Asia Championship as well. But rest of the table, it's a good average that they're going with.
But speaking of Magnus Esports, they are heavily relying on the aggression. And whenever we talk about Pakistan region teams, we always talk about the aggression they bring in. Look at the finish points. They have got 41 finish points, but only 14 placement points. So they also need to focus on those placement points. Yes, I do understand the point structure calls for those elimination points, but you have to find the perfect balance so that you can become the champion. But NBeSports, also one of the big name that I'm surprised to see on the second page, on the 11th spot with 48 points, because if I remember correctly, last season NBeSports, they had a fantastic run.
They had a fantastic run, and this time around, some of the fights they've been taking very nicely, I would say. Technically speaking, they've been very sound in their gun skills and their strategy, in a 4 versus 4 fight. But so far, I would say they're still a little bit struggling with their survival points, staying consistent and making it to top 5. But still, things are pretty gloomy for teams at the bottom 4, especially from 17th onward. And some of these names like SRX3X, they finished on 4th spot in PMPL's Pakistan, and seeing them there in the bottom 4 is really hurting a lot of fans back home. But we'll see. It's day number 3, and I'm really hopeful that we will eventually see something, that will be worth watching from SRX3X.
Well, certainly. But talking about the players of Stalwart Esports, I see having 9 elimination, Rizet having 8 elimination action with 7 tops with 9. And these are the players I saw last season. They were literally going guns blazing in the lobby, not caring about anything, having those perfect rotation. But this time, even the average survival is not so much action, having the average survival time of 14 minutes. So yes, Stalwarts on the first 2 days, they were really struggling.
Yeah, Stalwart Esports so far 8 matches. Nothing much we can talk about the kind of performances they've been showing. Yeah, we've seen them twice in top 3 in some of the Sanhok matches, I believe. So 3 Sanhoks, and out of these 3 Sanhoks, 2 of the Sanhoks were where Stalwart Esports made themselves into top 3. But so far, rest of the matches not going that well. But early this morning, I've seen these guys really going pretty aggressive in a different lobby, on a different local tournament, I must say. But I'm really hopeful that they will be able to replicate this kind of performance today as well.
Well, all the fans are definitely waiting for a comeback. And since it's day number 3, day 3 is always a unexpected day. All the teams who are in the bottom, they start coming back, propelling themselves in the leaderboard. So maybe we can see that thing happening on day number 3. But having a head-to-head average stats, well, compared to SA Finals and SAC, the damage is little less this time. Even the eliminations are a little less for the team of Raw Esports.
Yeah, Raw officials, day 1, they were doing pretty well. And day 2 so far, there's been some, hiccups for them in some of the matches, especially matches of Erangel. So surely looking forward if Raw will be able to improve, those loopholes that is really costing them a lot of, I would say, matches so far. But South Asia Finals and South Asia Championship, I would say this comparison, by this first 2 days, I don't think so. It's a fair comparison because we are in league stages, and finals and league stages, the intensity is different. And the kind of effort teams are putting into the games, and also the way they conduct themselves on the battlefield, is entirely different. So still, if we do a quick comparison, they're not that much behind. It's 894 damage dealt, healing of 336, and elimination average is 4.8. So not that bad in my opinion, but overall survival is what is really knocking me right now, because they can improve in survival. The league stages, the stakes are not that much high, so you can actually work on surviving and strive for the chicken dinners rather than playing just for the elimination points.
Actually, Raw officials, day number 1 was fantastic for this particular team, because in the very first game they came on the 4th spot and got 9 eliminations. Second match also 8 elimination, then 5 elimination. They were going for the aggression. So day number 1 was entirely in the favor of Raw officials, but day number 2 was a day when things started going downhill, and maybe on day 3, Raw again will be able to find what happened wrong on day number 2, and again they'll find those same aggression elimination points, and maybe they can propel themselves to the top 5.
Yeah, let's see. The matches are the match number is pretty low, I must say. 16 matches to actually make it to top 16. Yeah, again, it's not that difficult. All of these teams have qualified from their respective regions in top 12 and top 8. So not a difficult task for them to accomplish, but still, the kind of intensity that we are seeing on first 2 days, I'm pretty sure we're going to see some massive comebacks coming today, because this is your final chance. Tomorrow it will be make it or break it for most of these teams, so they will be playing like YOLO, so you cannot risk your qualification till the last day. So for sure, today is the day where these 5 matches that we are about to witness will be some heck of action that these teams going to unveil for us. But for sure, schedule was on our screen, and I'm really excited for match number 1.
Well, even I'm also very excited. All the teams who rely on those aggression, Sanhok is the perfect map for that. You can grab those elimination points. So we are starting things on a very fast note, but later on it's a combination of Erangel, double Erangel and double Miramar coming our way. So teams have to pace a little down when it comes to Miramar and Erangel, because Erangel, the OG map, every team tends to perform really good in the map of Erangel. So it's a fair map. But when it comes to Miramar, teams like Mabetex Esports, I still remember last season Mabetex were having a fantastic run. Even DRS, I remember one of the game, the way this team pulled off a chicken dinner in Miramar. So yes, these 2 teams, I'm watching out for Miramar.
Yeah, these 2 teams, and for sure, I'm pretty sure, Robin, if you have some expectations from these guys, for sure they'll try their best, because again, qualification is really on stake right now for some of these teams. 8 matches, and if you haven't made it to at least top 12 with like decent 30 to 40 points, things are pretty tough for you guys. So you have to buckle up real quick. There is nothing much left for you guys in this tournament. It's 8 matches more, and if you keep that average of 2 to 3 points per match, it's really gonna hurt you big time, and it will be difficult. It'll start getting difficult for qualification. But Sanhok, to start with, what a day. And you joined us on the desk, and we are seeing an intensity packed match firsthand. So that's a blessing for all of us out there.
I just want to ask you one question. Do we still have a drop clash happening in Paradise?
Yeah, I have seen, I guess, Magnus Esports going against one of these teams. I'm not sure which team it was, but both in 3 matches of Sanhok so far, it's not been pretty well for Magnus. They've been facing some of the connectivity issues, but at the same time, they still went to Paradise and got totally obliterated without even, going into a proper fight. But some of the clash drops, very unexpected clash drops. Yesterday, we were talking about these as well. Even our producer was interested in discussing that. That was 7th Element going against Team Raw officials, especially in that ruins area up top of, I would say on the eastern side of Camp Alpha. That's a very unusual place to take a drop location, drop fight, but it's happening, so far it's really enjoyable. And also in Ruins, R3G going against Team Leo. So some contentions are building up in Sanhok, and Sanhok is all about going for some early fights.
Well, I can see that you're also a little sadistic, just like me. You also love those drop clash happening in the game. And last year, I remember it was against I8 and NBeSports also going towards the side of Paradise Resort, where T2K
Yeah.
also happened to be in the nearby vicinity, and they did a perfect third party. So yes, definitely Sanhok is one of my favorite game in South Asia, because all these teams, the way they approach Sanhok, they never shy away from the fights. I even remember 3x Esports, they used to have a drop clash with Stalwarts on boot camp. It didn't matter to them whether we'll qualify or not, but we'll go ahead and take the fight with Stalwarts. And at the cost of qualification, they didn't qualify for the championship, but I'm happy to see this time 3x Esports, they have made it.
Yeah, 3x Esports, they did well in the local scene. They were on the fourth spot, and the kind of performances they pulled off were really, sublime, I must say. But overall, so far 3x, they're struggling a little bit because of some connectivity issues, some in-game communication as well. But so far, guys, we are about to move into our match number 1. It's a match 11 of league stages, and for sure is Sanhok that we are jumping onto. Lane line, it looks like it's more toward the northern side of the map, starting from the Camp Alpha going toward Mongnai, but at the same time, I feel like this lane line is really not gonna bother most of these teams. Except Dock and Bantai, almost every part of the map is pretty much accessible, Shadow.
It's Sanhok, son. You can glide easily towards the side of Dogs and Bantai as well. So whenever it comes to down to Sanhok, it doesn't matter where the flight path is going from, because you can easily glide in. But my eyes are on those drop clashes. Okay, this time against I8. This season they are going towards the side of Hathin. Magnus again in Paradise Resort. I want to see where the players of NBeSports are going. 4ME, I remember they used to go towards
Oh,
Painan, but
look
we
at
have
this.
a drop clash in the ruins area where Leo Esports and Regicide. Regicide is one of those teams from Pakistan region who is known for their aggression. Last season also they had the highest elimination point, but this time Liquid is going to open
Oh,
things up
nice
and
work.
finds one player of Regicide, finds the second one as well, and Liquid is going for the confirmation point as well onto Seni.
Seni gets confirmed. R3G left with only 2 players. And once again, looks like R3G is not having the good one for themselves. Noki is there. The aggressor, I must say, for the team will go down. And there's an AKM, but 2 of the players will gang up on this player, and R3G is left with nothing. Once more, the retaliation comes, but Leo Esports, 3 of their players knocked out. Last one standing. Liquid is a third party happening as well. What's going on for Leo?
Third parties are definitely one of those things that we tend to see in the map of Sanhok. But for now, Liquid is going for the rescue mission onto the fallen teammates. But I don't see too many resources in the hands of Liquid. No first aids, no bandages. I wonder how these players are going to heal themselves up, how they are going to patch. I can see one first aid, so definitely one of the player can go for the 100 HP. But 4 elimination points, a good head start for Leo Esports.
Yeah, Leo Esports, all thanks to Liquid for saving them in a tough situation where he pulled off a 1v3 on the players of R3G. Nice work, I must say. Big GG's early on, but R3G, they're out. Not a good start to their day, but so far, this has been the only fight we have seen in Sanhok. Quite an aggressive start to the match, I must say, in the day as well. But so far, no casualties on the side of Leo. 4 decent points to their name. They can carry forward in the match. But looking at the situation on the map, I believe northern side it is, and most of these teams from down south have to move up, including DRS, Leo, 4MV. Right now 4MV is in Painan. So it's a rotation that they definitely need to take early on. 4 Miracle vibes. What a day they had yesterday, I must say. Fantastic win, especially that winner chicken dinner in the first Sanhok yesterday. That was outstanding. 2 versus rest of the lobby, and still they managed to clutch things off. After just 1 fight, the ritual is done, Shadow, and it's pretty peaceful now throughout this whole Sanhok.
Well, Yes, everyone is busy collecting those crucial resources and the weaponries. But yeah, Regicide is in the last season, in the spring season, in the PMPL Pakistan, they had the highest elimination point. But whenever it comes down to the South Asian Championship, Regicide tend to face a downfall in their performance. I don't know why. Is that it's just the pressure, or if it's the early jitters that you're competing with the different region teams as well. But I don't know. Regicide is a very aggressive team. Really want to see a very good comeback from their side. Talking about 52 Esports, well, for now, they also are inside the circle, somewhere towards the southern eastern side, and trying to transition themselves towards the center of the circle. Whenever it comes to Sanhok, you always tend to go for the center because you are going to get heavily benefit by the zone.
Yeah, for sure. Circle, zone, blue zone is the real threat, the real enemy, I must say, in Sanhok. It really pressures you a lot when you're taking a fight, especially on the edges, because you never know how far the next play zone gonna be from you. So that's a big threat. And at the same time, the damage of Sanhok blue zone is pretty different than others. Even the third phase, fourth phase is really taking a lot of toll on the players. And it's all about there are a lot of open spaces in the Sanhok when you're trying to get inside the circle, and everyone is just eyeing for you. And the OG strategy of playing Sanhok for most of these competitive teams is just gatekeep the team that is trying to get inside the circle. You will eventually get the elimination points for yourself. So again, you pointed out a right thing, I must say. Inside the circle should be the priority, and getting in a decent position in the center should be the first priority. Priority should be set, but the first should be getting inside the center and just keep yourself safe. And then wait for your enemies to push on you. Defense is the better offense in Sanhok. And most of these teams been exercising this, but the kind of action, the kind of aggression that we are seeing so far, Shadow, in this PMPL South Asia Championship, I don't think so. Even sitting in the center will do good for you.
Agree, because when you are in the center you tend to grab a lot of attention as well. But if
Yeah.
you're able to have a good defense, if you have a good compound and that you are able to defend, maybe you can get the benefit of the circle and the compounds. But for now, Mabetex Esports, well, this is also one of the team that tend to shine the most in the map of Miramar. But I want to see if they've worked on their Sanhok, because in the last season Mabetex was struggling in Sanhok. Let's see how they're going to perform. Desert, Giro, Valley, Leo OP. Valley, I remember he clutched it last season also. Is one of the very good addition in the squad of Mabetex Esports.
Yeah, Wally, for sure. Some of these players, Leo OP, Wally, they've been doing fantastic, I must say it. This recent addition of Giro is really playing a crucial role in the squad. But so far, the guy in the highlights is the one we left in the discussion, Desert. He's been doing fantastic. We'll see how the day will go for these guys. Pretty much situated in a very good place in the center, and just waiting for the right time. And now look at Egon XI, just waiting for the right moment. KS could be the victim right now. Uzum, rest of the team waiting. One small mistake will cost life to these guys. I'm pretty close. Mamba's position is revealed. KS not making, any aggressive moves right now. But this movement from Uzum can actually alert these guys. In the open the player is, and a spray goes in a cover fire as well. Nice work, KS, King of Spades. Now they're pretty much aware that there is a setup waiting for them in front. So we're not going to aggress at this very moment, Shadow.
Well, they are certainly not going to aggress right now, and considering it's Sanhok, you have to be on the alert mode. You have to be very aware of your surroundings. A little bit of the overcommitment from your side might punish you. But for now, 4MV East running out in the open has spotted on the players of Leo Esports who are trying to move inside the circle. Look at the rotations coming from southern side, but the S12K in the hands of Demo takes on two players from the side of High Voltage. I believe third player also goes down.
HR, their IGL Romeo boy, is here for saving, but IHC, they're pushing forward. They can see those 4 kills. Romeo Boy low on HP and will get eliminated. HR, an early exit for them, only 1 point to their name, and will leave on 15th spot. Not a good start for them. Been really struggling. 16 points and now one more. It's 17 in total. And they're still on the bottom position, on 20th position. But IHC, they got some decent 4 kills. All thanks to the player, which got eliminated. But what a spray. What a, way of spotting the player from this far. But top ZZ it is. IHC, the players got to be careful if they want to res their player up. But Stalwart Esports not going to go for any sort of aggression.
Well, Stalwarts are definitely keeping a keen eye onto the players of IHC, but the way Demo pulled off that particular fight, took down 2 players, got the confirmation point.
Nice
Although
work.
he got eliminated, but still a beautiful clutch came from his side. But now Stalwart Esports, they also need to be a little aware, because courtesy to the smoke, the position of Stalwart Esports players has also been revealed. No, they have to be a little bit alert. And look at the rotations coming from the complete southern side. We have the players of 4MV, at the same time TOF is also there, and I believe High Voltage DC. 3 teams are trying to rotate from the complete southern side. Maybe we can see a collision happening over there, but every single team right now is trying to contest for the center position.
Yeah, that's been the plan. That's been the plan so far. Looks like Stalwart Esports, they got a good position for themselves inside the circle. And once the first and the second phase, from the second phase onward, once things will start, moving a bit, then obviously these IGLs will have an idea which side this play area will be going. But so far, Stalwart Esports really throwing some warning shots toward Leo, just making them understand this is a no-go area for them. They're not welcomed here. Nice. Hold so far by Stalwart Esports. Circle is about to shift, and this is a northeastern shift, centralizing Magnus Esports this time around. Things are in favor of them for the first time. But as we were saying, on the southern side, the first collision is about to happen, Shadow. High Voltage going against 4 Miracle Vibes, and East of 922. Playing it a little sneaky, I must say. Right move at the right time.
Look at the position of Raw officials, Asen. They're rotating from the northern side. They have the complete northern control, where all the other teams will be fighting amongst each other, either on the shorelines or towards the southern side. So Raw can benefit heavily from that particular spot. But right now, 4MV East in such a close proximity to the players of High Voltage DC. One single grenade can take down Rog over there. And High Voltage DC, I believe they're not even aware. Right on the face of Rog, takes him down, and East looking for the confirmation point as well. But with a grenade from the backlines, Ruik is trying to provide some cover fire or some help to his fallen teammate.
Oh,
but
nice
no,
work!
East again! A perfect, precise grenade takes down Ryuk, gets the confirmation point as well. 4MV with just throwables, just by using the throwables, have annihilated the 3 players of High Voltage DC.
3 players of High Voltage DC couldn't even see the sunshine in this fight, and they are over. They are done. Arrow is on the run right now from 4 Miracle Vibes. They have vacated this place for themselves, and now this will be an uphill move for them. They have some time left. They can actually afford to stay here for quite a bit time, but what a way to just clear your close vicinity. Utility use, so nice, so on point. Accuracy, I must say, haven't seen this kind of accuracy from any other team so far in this South Asia Championship. By High Voltage, these guys still scratching their heads. What happened to them? 3 of these players, it's over. 2 or 3 utilities, and what a calculated move coming from the side of 4 Miracle Wives. Now they will be moving up ahead. Might have to go against IHC on the southern side, or looks like in the map feed they are chasing the players of High Voltage. Just taking the same route which Arrow took. So it means like there's still, nothing to worry about for 4MV to actually move from that way. Nice tactical move from these guys, but right in the dead center. It is 4MV now pushing toward 52 Esports. Magnus Esports was in the dead center. I was about to say at the same time 4MV took down one of the players of 52, and rest of the 52 is pretty close. Comeback is there. He's preparing a nade, but this time around looks like 4 Miracle Vibes. There's again, eyeing for that same thing. But what a nade! nade once again. Team 52 Esports gonna see the same situation which High Voltage experienced a moment ago, and now 52 Esports have their second player down, but Arrow from the proximity, he throws a nade as well and takes down 3 players of 4MV. My goodness, what is happening, Shadow? What is this?
Well, 4MV, they're having a taste of their own medicine. Arrow, well,
For sure.
the revenge has been taken. 4MV 2+ already down.
Nice
They didn't
work.
anticipate Arrow is coming from the back lines, and now 4MV East is a lone survivor, and Arrow will get the confirmation point. But the confirmation points will go in the hands of 52 Esports. Arrow, no utils in his hands. Yes, the first hits are there, the smokes are there, but the grenades are coming right on the face of Arrow. Somehow, he survived. 52 Esports, well, they do have a good compound to the name, but
Oh,
Arrow,
look at that. It's over.
well, East, well, this is new rivalry. This is a new
Eliminations.
love story brewing between 4MV and 52.
Yeah, there's once again, looks like 52 Esports, they got some time for their player comeback to just get back into the match. You know, he was knocked out, but another nade coming the way of East. Is the last man standing, and it will be over for 4 Miracle Vibe. What a run by these guys so far. 5 elimination, but it was total entertainment, I must say. 4 Miracle Vibes just showing some class with utility, and 52 Esports will be the one just shutting them down. But on the back lines, it's tough as well. This could be a possible third party happening on the players of 52. They're not that far, but DRS versus Tough. Once again, it's happening. It's the second time around. We are seeing those teams again going against each other. But H2SO4 gets knocked out. KillerYT confirming the elimination. Team Tough losing the first one, but there is some retaliation coming from the side of Riddler. Riddler's take down 1, but DRS Gante trades back. At the same time, 52 come back, throwing the nade, confirming the elimination, and Tough is out. Team DRS gonna see some wrath from the side of 52 as well. DRS is left with only 2 players, but 52 Esports, they are just dealing in numbers so far. Eliminations for them stacking up one after another, and DRS could be another victim of the process. 52 Esports come back. He'll be slowly and steadily closing in. As everything is happening on the edges of the circle, DRS are going for the revival, but some more Molotovs will be thrown, and some more utility usage will come from the side of 52 Esports. And this Molotov hits right on its point. Delta low on HP as well. But in the kill feed, Aegon XI8 versus Stalwart Esports is still happening, and it's going on full pace right now.
Delta at the mercy of the blue. 52 Salman is already inside the safety net of the circle. On the other side, Stalwarts, well, they were trying to gatekeep the plus of again XI8, and looks like Stalwarts, they have been eliminated. SKYLIGHTZ also bids bye-bye on the 10th spot with just a single elimination point. Too many teams are getting eliminated on the periphery of the circle, and right now the play zone is also coming into the picture. The only team right in the dead smack center is going to be Magnus Esports. With all the 4 players alive, they do have a very good advantage. This is their game to lose. DRS, only 2 defeat points in their hands. Even Delta is on a very low HP. He has to patch himself up, as Rolls is keeping a close eye onto the players of, I believe, Raw officials.
Yeah, Raw officials, they're in a very prime position right now in the circle. Magnus Esports is also close by. These 2 eliminations could go the way of DRS, but Mabetex is also there. You know, right now it's kind of a tricky situation for the guys of DRS. They're trying to find something they can call home for themselves. But Leo Esports going against Team King of Spades. King of Spades have repositioned themselves. They were about to go against the players of Aegon XI8 early this match, but so far they've been extra careful with their moves. One of the players, Exo, is knocked out. A third party coming from the side of Magnus Esports. Some more smokes are being deployed, but at the same time, it's a stalemate between both of these teams. Leo gotta get inside the circle. One of the players is in the circle, Liquid, pretty close. And now King of Spades have to make the move. Malik from Raw takes down Exo. It's a confirmation. King of Spades down to 3-man standing, but some retaliation shots coming from the side of Leo. And now it's time to move inside the circle. Third party will be a major threat for the guys of King of Spades. Magnus Esports, Raw officials, IHC, Leo, all of them have their attention on these intruders moving through Paradise Resort. But some more sprays coming in. Aegon XI8 from the back strikes, hard strikes on the players of Leo. But King of Spades gets eliminated. Magnus Esports confirming the final one. And Magnus gets 2 eliminations for themselves. King of Spades out with 0 eliminations on 9th spot. Possibly, I believe, no placement points as well. So not a good match for them. Aegon Excite also gets eliminated. And it's over for them as well. 4 eliminations to their name. 52 Esports come back, making his move. Right now, I see left with only 1 player standing. It is Zol, but 52 Esports come back. He is oblivion of this fact that this guy is pretty close now. His angle is already made, and it's a knockdown on the players of 52. 52 dealing in some knockouts.
Well, certainly the knocks are there, but the confirmation point has not been made. And finally, Zol from IHC gets the confirmation point on to come back. Still, 2 players are surviving from 52. They do have a good compound as well. But the team trying to breach into the compound of Magnus is going to be raw officials, where Malik has been taken down and the S12
Nice
shots.
work.
Oh, beautiful shots were coming in. The damage has been done. 2 players already down. And this grenade can be so very deadly for the players of raw officials.
Oh, it's over. It's almost over. 3 of the players of Raw officials are down, and it looks like Team Magnus Esports gonna just finish things off for Team Raw. Raw last man standing. PubgM takes down Malik. Roland Zibian in close area. He'll confirm the elimination points and will revive the player as well. But Zibian pushes forward. Zibian wants these elimination, and it will be over. Nice work by this guy. And Magnus Esports will be saved for one more fight, I must say. But in the same time, kill feed DRS confirming eliminations on Mabetex. Mabetex is out. It was almost a 2 versus 3.
Mabetex Esports definitely played their cards very right, those S12K shots. But right now, Magnus, the next victim could be the players on the very edge. That is going to be Leo Esports, where Slipknot is the last man standing. Drolin having that soft cover, smoke wall, and trying to move inside the circle. Even the players of 52 Esports are trying to move inside the circle. DRS, somehow this team always finds themselves in the center of the final circle. And Rules finds 1 player, Drolin, from the side of Magnus Esports, where Zibian might go for the rescue mission, and Rules also takes heavy damage from the side of Malik.
Yes, a lot of damage. This will buy some time for Malik to actually move and cross into the circle. Roland will get revived. Malik moving even further, trying to make his way for his team to actually get at least the corner of this next play area. DRS 5 eliminations, and they are in top 4. What a match for them, even though they lost 2 of their players in the fight against Team Tough early on. But some nades, some utility from the side of Rules OG. It can strike. It will strike right on point. And Magnus Zibian will get knocked out. Malik is on the back line. Zibian's position is pretty much revealed. Drolin is there. He's not going to make that mistake. But at the same time, DRS, they're eyeing for other players as well from Magnus. Delta confirming 52 Esports Salman. Kill confirmation coming in. And 52 gets out of the match on 4th spot with 6 eliminations. So far, a good match for them, I must say. Total of 4 points in placement and 6 in elimination. Leo, solo survivor, makes it to top 3. DRS, 2-man standing. Magnus still 2-man standing. But nade from Drolin could be lethal. But at the same time, Malik takes down Rules OG. 1 more shot. But from the periphery, it's Leo Slipknot. But Malik gives the cover. It's a 1 versus 1 between both of these players. But DRS, they can see this chicken dinner. They have rezzed up. But Rules OG, Delta preparing a nade for Malik. But this nade, this could be a clutch situation coming from the side of Magnus Malik. But before he could do anything, Team DRS throwing that gift, and it's over for Magnus Malik. Winner chicken dinner goes to Team DRS. They are just keeping the consistency, just like every day. First chicken goes to DRS, and it's the same case today as well, Shadow. Welcome back, guys, after this short break, and you're watching PMPL South Asia Championship Fall 2023. This is your host, SM, with me, Shadow, on the desk. Shadow, welcome back. And what an outstanding match coming once again from DRS. They've been consistent with their chicken dinners.
Oh, they have been. They have been. 3 already in the pockets and the 4th one coming in right now from Sanhok. And this time also, it was not like DRS were benefiting heavily from the circle. No, they were towards the side of Sami. That is where they dropped in and they went in complete eastern rotation. They entered inside the circle from the side of Mongoi. So the path of rotation was not at all easy for DRS. Still, the patience was there. I've always said this. DRS is a strategic team. They know when to show caution and when to show courage.
Yeah, pretty much, you know, so true, I must say. You know, there's nothing much I can disagree with at this moment, but the way DRS conducted themselves, even though in that final fight, and that third party coming from the side of Leo Slipknot, really, you know, slipped that chicken dinner out of the hands of Magnus Esports. They had the clear-cut man advantage, and they took down one of the player of DRS as well. But outstanding match coming from the side of DRS. They took down Mabetex Esports, even though they were the only duo surviving from their team. So still, great work coming from the side of Rules OG and KillerYT. But moving forward, guys, we'll go toward our MVP as well in a moment. But DRS been a force so far in this South Asia Championship to, you know, actually reckon with. And I'm really, you know, liking the way these guys are playing so far. The average is maintained, and now this match will really push them above the 100 points. But MVP for the match is Slipknot. Yeah, in my opinion, he was the MVP. He did a great job, you know, taking that chicken dinner away from Magnus Esports. 5 eliminations, 349 healing, 809 damage, 3 knockouts and 2 assists, and 21 minutes of survival. A very, I would say, well-rounded performance coming from this guy.
Well, certainly, 5 elimination, definitely a very good, perfect start. He was one of those star players, and I believe he was the last man survivor, surviving also from Leo Esports when all the players were eliminated. Slipknot survived till the very end, but along with him, it's Zibian from Magnus Esports making it into top 5, and Liquid from Leo Esports. Then we have Delta also from DRS, and then we have IQ from Eganix I8. Eganix I8, they were trying to move inside the circle, and Stalwart did prove to be that ugly thorn, but somehow Eganix, they managed to eliminate the entirety of Stalwart Esports, where IQ did play a very good role.
Yeah, he did 3 eliminations to this solo, and couldn't survive much, I must say. But this guy has been you know, on these heroics recently, and been doing wonderful. The confidence is really shown in his performance. 641 damage, and it was a pretty long fight. If you remember, we were, you know, going with DRS stuff, 52 esports and 4 MV, and still it was happening in the backlines, you know. And as the fights on the southern end were pretty intense, we didn't get a chance to actually go toward that fight. But Stalwart Esports and Aegon XI8 fight, it was a pretty long fight, you know, a lot of back and forth happening between these guys. But looking at the match summary, guys, it's Leo once again Slipknot with the highest damage and highest elimination, and then highest assist goes to Rules OG, 3 assists for his team, and Delta also popping up with some heal strats. I wouldn't say that was pretty unnecessary to show, but still, you know, we welcome that. Match ranking, it is 18 points once again for DRS, pretty close to getting to the 100, and just I am pretty sure just need one more point in our ranking to just get to their century.
Well, certainly they are going to have that 100 marker, but Leo Esports also did have a very good run. They were going very aggressive, 11 elimination in their favor, total 16 points. Magnus, they were, I think it's the circle. The circle was entirely in the favor of Magnus Esports. 14 points to their name. 52 also had a very good run. 10 points to their name for 4 MV. They did pull off good grenades, but this time DRS Gaming still in the top. Leo Esports, they have taken a jump of 3 positions, and now sitting on the second spot with 76 points.
Yeah, what a match for these guys, and all credit goes to Slipknot. The way he, you know, took the charge in the final moments when he was solo. He kept his composure and showed some trigger discipline as well, while DRS was going against the players of Magnus Esports, and you know, really struck Magnus at the right time and confirmed the elimination as well for himself. But looking at the second page, things are pretty gloomy for SRX. SRX didn't play their previous match, obviously, but for HellRaisers, only 1 point to their name at the start of the day. for sure they will be looking for some good matches and eventually make it to top 16 at least. But Team Tough, it's been no point for them as well. 25 total points. It's been, kind of, I would say, a downhill ride for these guys. So far, everything is going against them. But, talking about second page, King of Spades, it's really, I would say, unusual to see them there. It is their first, time showing up into PMPL South Asia and then qualifying for the even, in their first try South Asia Championship. And now if they're gonna not even qualify for the finals, it will be pretty hurtful for the fans back in Bangladesh.
I think they should be proud of what they have achieved. If they qualify for
Yes.
the finals, yes, it's a big victory. It's a big thing that they have achieved. But still, we can give them a benefit of doubt that it's the first time they're playing on such a big stage. So mistakes do tend to happen. The blind rush that came from their side, they got punished. But now it's time for the OG match. OG map, Erangel, where Group D will be sitting out. That means no Stalwarts, Leo Esports, Regicide, and Magnus. They will be sitting out in this particular one. And T2K, NBeSports, 7th Element, and 3x Esports, they will be coming in. And T2K, I remember, Erangel was always been the strongest map for T2K.
Yeah, so far, just like DRS, T2K is doing one thing as well on the side. Every day they get a chicken dinner. Just like in 4 of these matches, they try to go for like at least second or third match where they get the chicken dinner for themselves. And that's the reason why they're maintaining themselves on the first page so far. They're not that far from top 3 positions. And I'm really liking the way some, this kind of consistency is coming from T2K. We have seen them over the years. It's been like almost, if I count it out, it's been 4 or 5 years we've been seeing T2K in action, starting from PMPL season South Asia 1, when, some good days of PUBG MOBILE Esports were in South Asia. And still, T2K have maintained themselves throughout. And even though in this South Asia Championship, it's been quite consistent for them. And I'm really looking forward if they could be able to get the chicken dinner as well today. But we'll be going toward the game, guys. And we will be jumping on to our match number 2, which is, again, Erangel. It will be shortly starting. But right now, it's, really ramping up my excitement overall, Shadow.
Well, nostalgia is right now kicking in because you reminded me of PMPL Season 2. And actually, I have been following T2K since PMPL Season 2. And all the players have been sticking together. The synergy is point perfect because they have been playing from such a long time. At that time, T2K, they used to drop in towards the side of military base island. And they used to dominate from the southern side. And now they have started dropping in towards the side of Siverny. And still the domination is there. From complete southern side to they went toward the northern side, complete northern side. So yes, T2K is definitely one of the strongest team when it comes to Erangel. But NBeSports, last season, this team also impressed me, especially Mondo from the side of NBeSports. One particular lad, he impressed me the most, the way he used to pull off those clutches. So let's see who is going to get the chicken dinner in this first Erangel of day 3.
Yeah, as you mentioned about NBeSports, I'd like to add some more to the mix. NBeSports so far in these 2 days, they've been performing pretty well. The only thing that they are lagging right now is staying consistent with their performance. They get a 1 or 2 matches for themselves that where they get average of 10 points, but then from there forward it's getting a little messy for them. They should be thankful they didn't get to play the first Sanhok, so they have some 4 extensive maps so they can actually farm some good numbers for themselves. But right now, guys, we are about to jump into our match number 2, and it's official now. We are starting into our match number 12. And, looking at the plane line, it is starting from the south side of hospital, going straight toward Lipovka. It's pretty, I would say, a good plane line after a while we have seen on Erangel, really helping these teams to actually get to their desired drop locations. Only Kamishki, in my opinion, is slightly out of equation, but rest of the map is pretty accessible.
Well, yes, the flight path is pretty much decent. You can glide in towards your favorite drop location. Kameshki is one of those most underrated city from where you can pull off really good rotations in those crazy circles as well. But TUF, they have been going towards the side of Primosk since a very long time. 4MV, they tend to go towards the side of military base. Esan, one question to you. Against I8 and 4MV, do they have a drop clash in military base?
Yeah, it's been happening. Some of these teams have made slight adjustments, even though in the military base where C building and the station building, that's where 4MV likes to drop, and the weather station, a little down south from there, that's where Aegon XI8 likes to linger around. So that's been the story so far. But looking at the circle, I'm pretty sure 4MV or Aegon XI, they might not go into a full-fledged fight because circle is more favoring toward the main island. But look at this, these guys have took it to a next level. 4MV going against Aegon XI. Blade is there, he's just going in, but IQ got a gun for himself. Falak also got a gun. This will be a bloodbath happening in the initial of the match. Two players of 4MV are down, and Uzum also drops as well. Falak have something in his hands. Aegon XI8. IQ takes one down, and some machete action coming in. What is going on, Aegon XI8? They've been holding on strong, but Honey Badger takes down one of the players of Aegon XI8, going for the confirmation. But before he could do anything, Team Aegon XI8 Blade shows to the scene, and it's over. 4 Miracle Lives. They are done. They are done. Yesterday was kind of a banter happening between these guys. There've been some fisting and stuff, but so far it's kind of, I would say, oh my goodness, some good fights coming from the side of Aegon. It's over. The military clash, it's pretty much decided.
Oh my god, what did I just witness? Everything was used over there, but 4MV, no one used to touch 4MV in military base island. Yes, one of the team in previous season, I believe it was Elementrix, they used to go for the bridge camp, but 4MV every single time, or majority of the time, they eliminated the entirety of Elementrix and made sure Elementrix didn't qualify for the finals. But this time, Aegon XI8 right on the face of 4MV. They're looking so confident in terms of the firepower they're bringing in. This is a very strong Aegon XI8 which I'm witnessing right now as compared to the previous season. But right now we have another drop clash also happening towards the side of North Georgiopol, where we have 52 Esports and one other team as well.
Yeah, it's King of Spades. For the second time around, we've been seeing them here. But this time around, 52 Esports and King of Spades, they have, just divided this North City, one part for each of these teams. So nothing much happening so far. No exchange of fires we have seen. And 52 Esports, I'm pretty sure once they will realize there's not much to gain in this situation, they might retreat. But look at this. Are they preparing to get into a fight? I'm not sure. The 52 I know of, they will go for a fight for sure. But looks like it's a very, mature call coming from the side of 52's IGL. And they're just stepping back. Just stepping back is a good move from these guys. They have a lot to lose if they don't qualify for the finals. There's no point of coming to South Asia Championship because the whole prize pool, the whole pride, the 4 top slots to Global Championship, everything is in finals. So you gotta make it to finals first, and we'll see how good you are in these drop clashes. But what a start to the match. Things have slowed down, but very, I would say, ballistic start to the match where 4MV were the victim. But Aegon XI8, I'm pretty sure they got the momentum now. This match could be going their way.
I still can't believe the fact that 4MV becomes the first team to be eliminated from the lobby. And previous season, Aegon XI8, they changed their drop location. They didn't go for a head-on fight with the players of 4MV. But this season, man, oh man, the preparations that are coming from Aegon XI8, they did prepare heavily against 4MV. And 4MV getting out on 16 spots, something unheard of. But DRS, okay, let's be very honest. For DRS, Sanhok has always been the strongest map. And that is where they shine the most, and they got a chicken dinner in the very first Sanhok. But this time it's time for Erangel, and Erangel and Miramar are not the best of the map for DRS. This time they are in the city of, I believe, Milta. Yes, the circle is in their favor. They can spend some quality time over here, and then when the next circle forms, they can try to go for those rotations. But right in the epicenter, we have the team of NBeSports as well.
And NBeSports right dead center, and nothing to worry about much. Talking about the map situation so far, I'm really liking the fact most of these teams have already made their way in. Even the T2K, they were on the extreme northern side of the map. They're on the move as well. King of Spades, they have chosen the northern route to actually get inside the circle. Will be joining in the fight from Rozhok. But School and Watertown totally in control of Raw officials. No one is there to actually challenge them. King of Spades could possibly join them close by an apartment building or something, but as you mentioned, NBeSports is in a very good position right now in the circle. Even though if circle do some shenanigans toward east, NBeSports will still be somewhere in the midst of the circle. So a good decision coming from these guys. Look at that. Some early rotations coming in. 52 Esports. They are pretty close to ruins. A good spot where they like to actually go and hold on to. Right next to them, it's Raw. Once again, a possible fight can happen between them and Raw officials. IHC on the backlines could be a possible threat for 52 Esports right now. So far, Shadow, things have slowed down a little bit. Everyone is just trying to find a good real estate for themselves, and in the process, there's not much happening right now.
Gives us time to talk about few other things
The weather.
this time not the weather, about the teams. We are going to talk about the teams. But speaking of this season, the Mongolian domination is not there. It's Nepali region that is dominating, because I didn't see much of the performance coming from the side of IHC in the first 2 days. But maybe in this Erangel, IHC can perform really good, because IHC is also one of the team that tend to shine the most in Erangel. So this time it's completely Nepali region that is dominating, but the circle shift. This time again, Raw officials.
What a shift.
Oh, predict a team, Ehsan. Pick a team who is going to get a chicken dinner.
I think right now, in my opinion, if I predict a team, that could be T2K.
Oh, you picked my team.
Okay, I picked your team. So let me try once.
You can. You've picked first.
So let's go with sure. Why not? It's just prediction game. Let's go with Raw. Raw dead center. Like I would like to go with Raw, and as you mentioned, you picked T2K. So let's see if we'll be able to see them. Reason why I wanted to go with T2K was because right now they're away from every action. They can actually place themselves in a nice vicinity close by to Rozhok, and then can actually get into the fights. But so far it's happening once again. Zeblala takes down IHC Alex as IHC was trying to intrude, play slowly and steadily closing in, but IHC realizing they have knocked one of the players off building, so they are pushing there. But Zeblala gets knocked out. What just happened? Godless from that far took down the player as he was getting a little more greedy. But what a shot coming from the side of Hassan, with some DBS action close by, and IHC losing their first player. But IHC Demo, he's preparing a utility for these guys. But on the other side, 52 Esports, one of their players is also knocked out, where IHC is pushing close. Alex is knocked out, Godless with the utility joining in. Demo's angle is pretty nice. It will open up things for them, but some chip damage going on to the player, 52 Esports Salman. Zeblala still finding some time to actually heal himself, but utility, look at that, the uses from comeback is really on point. Nades are bouncing off, and now 52 Esports comeback knows where actually the player of IHC is. Alex gets revived. It's a 3 versus 4 now. Oh, nice work.
Yes, the numbers advantage is definitely in the favor of 52. The position advantage is towards the side of comeback, and he can pass on a lot of information. But right now, Demo, he could have been taken down and come back.
Nice
How can
work.
you miss those shots?
No
But Demo
way!
comes and takes on two
Nice
players.
work.
From 52, gets a confirmation point onto Hassan as well. Takes on the third one as well.
Oh!
Demo is on a rampage. 3 finishes coming in,
It's
and
over.
52 esports, they have been eliminated.
It's 52 esports. They are past now. They are done. IHC Demo just taking total control of the situation and confirming 3 eliminations. Salman even couldn't, land the shots, but Demo really happy right now. They quickly finished things off, and now a nice part of the western side of the play area is in their control, but Circle will shift even further. It will go down south, where Potato Hill is still in play. Tough will join the fight from southern side, but so far situation still under control. But what was that fight? IHC really showing some dominance, I must say. 52 esports, they took down the player early on. They confirmed the elimination. It was a 3 versus 4, but one jump and everything went south for 52 esports. Emma was already holding down there, but NBeSports just giving some warning shots to the player of DRS, as they were just trying to find some place for themselves to hold on to. And now DRS is moving uphill toward the Potato Hill, where they might go against Tough, as Tough is also trying to join from the southern side. Airdrop number 2, AWM. Some 20 ammo of .300 Magnum and a 4x. As this circle has shrunk a lot, so 4x will be enough. Military vest level 3, a helmet and a backpack of level 3 is available in the drop as well. It's right outside Rozhok, and we'll see if someone is lingering around that area. They can actually utilize this drop. But it's a risky place, actually. It's pretty open now, Shadow. One is going to try for this drop.
I don't think so. For now, anyone is going to go out in the open and try to get those level 3s and airdrop weapon. But speaking of the team, right in front of us, 3x Esports are right in the bottom of the leaderboard. They need those points if they want to see themselves in top 16. And I can see there are too many roster changes also happening. Cairo has been sticking together with 3x since a very long time. And this guy impressed me the most, I think, 2-3 seasons back when I saw him first. But 3x Esports, the aggression is not there. They're not able to grab those position points or those elimination points. So they have to play their cards right. Because if today also they don't get those points, maybe on the last day it's going to be too late. But right now, Mabetex and T2K looks like they're also locking horns with each other, and trades are coming back and forth.
Oh, nice one. It's been happening, but still, T2K, they have the numbers up for themselves. 2 of the players of Mabetex are down, but some retaliation coming from the side of Desert. T2K have 2 of their players down, and a confirmation as well coming from the side of Desert. T2K, MPL, just roaming around with a buggy, just trying to get some more intel, but at the same time, Mabetex Esports will rest their fallen players. Utility going in, T2K, MPL going forward, but what a nice shot from the side of Desert. Once again, 3 players of T2K are over. NBeSports also want to join as a third party. They want some piece of T2K, the remaining player, but Mabetex, they're on the hunt. For sure, they will go for love. T2K Jane is there inside the smoke, and Desert is there. There's a 1v1 between both of these players, and it's over for T2K, as we were picking them as the contenders that can possibly win this match. But T2K, what a fight against Mabetex, and Mabetex Desert really, showing up on the right moment. Good fight taken by these guys.
I'm not going to say anything. I didn't jinx T2K. You predicted. I didn't. But Mabetex, yeah. Speaking of this team, a really good fight without losing any of the player. That did manage to get those 4 finished points for themselves. And right now, the team who is getting the benefit of the circle are going to be the players of High Voltage DC. They do have that L compound under their control. As long as they are able to defend it, I think this can be a good game for them. But our producer wants us to predict a team. So I'm going to go with... okay, IHC.
Yeah, I'm still with Raw. I have some, good feelings about Raw that they will get this. I was with Raw. I gave you T2K back. I still remember
I didn't
that. You know,
take
I
it.
thought,
I didn't take it.
yeah, they're not there in the match. So yeah, sure, you wanted to trade them, but yeah, IHC is a nice choice, I must say. IHC still on the northern part of the map. They have some good momentum early on, so nice pick. But still, I'm going with Raw because Raw, the way they have conducted themselves so far, they can actually do some wonders. But Magnus Esports, from far away, they have spotted one of the players, Vulo G. He is totally oblivious that the player could possibly take some shots on him. But right now, Magnus Esports slowly and steadily closing in. Circle is still far away from these guys. But this could be a possible fight breaking between Mabetex and DRS right now.
Yeah, Mabetex are also looking to grab that particular compound which the players of DRS are having right now on the other side of the map. We have a third party happening. DRS, NBeSports, Seventh Element. These three teams are trying to lock horns with each other, and where Mabetex are suffering heavily as Rules takes on one more player, and King of Spades has grabbed the attention of Seventh Element. And the fight of apartments, well, it's all about who is going to lob those perfect grenades. King of Spades, they are trying, but right now DRS Gaming, Delta, TUF right in front of them. Delta with the grenade is trying to get the confirmation point, but at the same time is trying to see if any of the player of TUF tries to give the revival. That is when Delta will try and strike.
Yeah, he's gonna use the utility. There's still no confirmation on Tough Tarzan, but Delta is unknown of the fact that Tough has already, you know, counted Tarzan as a fallen player, eliminated player. For DRS, they want more. They're closing in. But Gyante, with some buggy shenanigans, takes down one of the players. The final man standing of DRS going against the player of Team Tough. I'm sorry, the final player of Team Tough standing against the players of DRS. And some good 4 elimination points for DRS. Total of 6 early on. A good start to the match as well. This could be another chicken dinner possibly, but they're pretty much cornered right now. And Circle is about to shift, will decide their fate. But King of Spades going against HR. Next is knocked out. In the kill feed, it's a battle that we just witnessed. But some more nades going in. Jokey Boy was trying to do some more, but King of Spades, they have confirmed 2 of the eliminations, and HR left with only 2 to fight.
Only 2 players remaining. Yes, the DBS is there. That can be a game changer, but the way the grenades are being flung over HellRaisers, they are in a bit of pickle right now. And Tier trying to reposition himself. But on the other side of the map, SG No Fear finally finds the last guy of NBeSports, eliminates him with a vehicle run over, and NBeSports bids bye-bye from the lobby at the 12th spot. And King of Spades still trying to find the remaining players of HR. And SG, they are now locking horns with the players of 7th Element. Look at the way King of Spades Storm is trying to enter inside the building. The utility usage is point perfect. The Molotov is there. And Tier trying to lob those grenades. This exchange of grenades, no value coming in, but the S12K right at the face of Tier doesn't make any difference.
Oh,
Tier is surviving.
Yeah, he is still surviving, but alas, there is no point of fighting back. They already have everything in control, and HR will lose one of their players. The final one standing, I must say. The rest of the team was already done and dusted, and now King of Spades, they're moving uphill. It's an uphill battle for most of these teams, but Sky, they're pushing on to the players of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. Team 7th Element, they're also in the periphery, and there'll be a confirmation, but SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, as they rezzed up the player, but still some sprays coming in from the side of Sky, and it will be a confirmation. Final man standing, and not final one, it's the 3rd player. I thought it was the final one standing, but at the same time, Raw officials getting some nade from 7th Element as well. A knockout on PubgM, where SKYLIGHTZ Gaming left with nothing, just only 1 player surviving. PubgM, I believe, will confirm. Jiggle will get confirmed, and PubgM is still knocked out. 3rd party happening on these guys. 1 more utility from the side of Mabetex will knock 2 more players, but King of Spades, they're slowly and steadily making their way in, and they are now going against Team Aegon XI8. 7 eliminations to Aegon. Fuller gets knocked out from Deathstorm. But so far, things are in control. 4 versus 4s between both of these teams.
Uzm gets taken down by the
Oh,
players
nice
of
one.
KS, and instant confirmation point has been made now. Against I8 surviving with only 2 players, where IQ is trying to go for the lower ridge flank angle, but the vehicle run over, which the players of KS trying. Blade still able to hide inside the smoke. Falak still down, no help coming in for him. As of now, on the other side, SG and 7th Element still locking horns with each other. And KS, well, they have got the confirmation point on Falak. This grenade can be an opening for the players of Against I8 if lobbed to the perfection, but Blade is going to miss a perfect projectile. And KS still having the numbers advantage in their hands. 3x Esports gets a confirmation point onto one player of high voltage DC. So multiple fights are happening on the periphery
nice
of the
work,
circle.
Raw. Yeah, multiple fights are happening in 7th Element. They couldn't stand against Raw officials. Raw officials still survived. 3 of their players are surviving and they are taking those fights heads on. 7th Element is out on 9th position. We are left with 8, but Shamir with the nade takes down his own teammate and also gets knocked out in the process as well. High Voltage confirming those eliminations, and looks like 3x is out. Only 1 elimination to their name, but Aegon XI8, they have changed the plan and now they're going for the survival. 7 total points to their name, and now going straight toward, going outside the circle? Was that a good move? I'm not sure, but, it's their decision so far. Top 7 it is. 16 players are still surviving. South Asia Championship, Mabetex Esports trying to go against the players of Raw officials. Some third party happening on Desert. Desert can possibly get knocked out. He has to reposition once again. But Nima is there. And can possibly, distaste this whole thing for Mabetex. 2 versus 3 it is, and possibly looks like Raw will have a fair chance. But a third party once again happening on Desert. Half HP he is. King of Spades are also on the back lines. Nade's been lodged toward the player and putting it down to half HP now. Probin is also on 50% health. Mabetex have a chance now to actually win this one.
Yes, they certainly do have a chance. And Desert with a grenade can bring the entirety of Raw officials down. Perfect grenade from Zero this time, not Desert. It was Zero's grenade that took down Probin, and Sky, well, trying to give revive to his fallen comrade, but how is going to survive the barrage of grenades that is coming from the side of Mabetex Esports? Desert out in the open. Nima takes down Zero. This can be a blessing in disguise for the players of Raw officials, as Sky will be able to give revive to Praveen over there, and Raw Esports Malik also grabbing the attention of High Voltage DC.
High Voltage DC, they're fighting for their life right now. Their main priority is to get inside the circle. That's what they're gonna do right now. And for sure, later down the road they might go, be interested in taking that fight. But one nade being launched by the side of Sky as well. Didn't hit the point. The intended target is still safe. Mabetex Desert healing himself once again. One more utility being prepared, and Blue Zone is about to pressure Mabetex player to move even further. Desert very low on HP, and one shot can actually ruin the things off. But Mamba from up high confirms elimination, and Raw officials, Malik is knocked out. They still have to res him up. Sky from Raw is, I believe he is still surviving, I guess. Yes, looks like he is. Or he might be knocked out. SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, Nima, last man standing. Still there. Gets eliminated. King of Spades, 10 eliminations to their name. What a match for these guys.
Oh yes, a very aggressive, dominating force KS has been in this particular game. 10 eliminations, still all the 4 players standing. And they do have the eastern control of the edge control of the circle. And the way the random shots are being fired towards the side of Raw, they are aware about the position that where the players of Raw officials could be. They do have the height advantage, the position advantage. This is their game to lose. King of Space, this is their game entirely. But right now, High Voltage DC from the back lines could be that ugly thorn in the path of Raw officials.
Yeah, Raw official, as they are trying to make their way in. High Voltage will play the same role that Raw was trying to play a moment ago, and now High Voltage DC, they have their clutches strong onto the players of Raw officials. The delay is there, 18 seconds. They can still revive their player, but Sanjir, the dominator from yesterday, he's going against them at IHC. He's getting prepared. KS pushing forward, but some retaliation coming in. This is going south for these guys. some third party happening as well. Godless with the nade takes down another player of KS. 6 eliminations to IHC. Aegon X8 also playing a part, and it's over. Aegon X8 confirming the final 2. Team King of Spades are out. We are left with top 4 team. 9 players are surviving, and most of these teams are surviving with the 2 or 3 players. Raw officials really going against High Voltage DC. This could be a decisive fight between these teams. It's a 3 versus 3 overall, but IHC and Aegon X8 on the southern part of the map. Aegon X8 slowly and steadily trying to make their way inside the circle, and this could be an end of Godless.
Well, this could be, as Godless is the last man standing from the side of IHC, but still 6 elimination towards his side, and Blade is also crawling his way inside the circle with the entirety of High Voltages right in front of them. At the same time, Raw officials do have the height advantage. Godless could be the next victim of Blade, the way the Molotovs are being flung over. Let's see how Godless is going to survive this. DBS in the hands of Blade. Godless not giving any sort of sound cue for now. And on the other side, we have High Voltage also knocking down multiple players of Raw officials. I believe the last man is standing on a very sliver of HP. Raw officials, they are on the verge of their demise.
Yeah, they are, but some shots coming from the side of Godless takes down Aegon X8 Blade, and Blade is going against IQ, the last man standing. Some M4 shots being dealt, but it is over. Godless clutching things out, making his team in top 3 now. 7 eliminations. The third party happened as well, I believe so. IQ was confirmed by High Voltage DC, and now High Voltage have confirmed Raw as well. Raw leaving on 3rd spot. IHC, what a pick you had. This could be a 1v3 and will be a chicken dinner from IHC, who knows. But Godless still inside the circle. Good compound to his name. 1 or 2 good grenades can actually change things around, but it's a 1 versus 3. High Voltage not gonna allow that by IHC to happen to them. 3 versus 1, and looks like Chicken Dinner is already ready for Team High Voltage to grab.
Godless getting a chicken dinner, the chances are very slim, but the way this guy has pulled off a clutch, maybe he can pull another one off. But right now, High Voltage GC, yes, they do have the numbers advantage. All they need to do is not to engage in an individual battle with Godless, and looks like Rog is aware where exactly Godless could be. Courtesy to the smokes, his position has been revealed, and with that M416 and a 4x onto it, Godless, the moment he's going to come out in the open, but for now he is not going to come out. Yes, the circle is benefiting him. There are crates, maybe he can grab those important utils, the grenades and everything that can help him out in pulling off a 1v3.
Yeah, there's no shortage of loot for Godless for sure. He saw a lot of bodies dropping right next to him. 2 from Aegon, 4 from King of Spades. So for sure there's no utility, but now he's spotted. High Voltage DC not making any mistake, but Godless is unaware of the position of Sanchi. Sanchi giving some damage. Godless will get back into the cover once again, but how long he's gonna stay safe here? Circle has already shifted to stage 9, and both of these teams will inflict a lot of damage on each other. And also, blue zone is there to the side of High Voltage as well. They have more map control, but utility going in, giving a lot of chip damage, and kill is denied. No more eliminations for High Voltage DC. A win-a-minute chicken dinner goes to HVDC. Nice work coming from these guys, and Sanchi really playing a crucial role in that fight against Raw officials. Now High Voltage with these 22 points are sitting pretty nice on 2nd spot overall.
Well, certainly they have managed to propel themselves a lot in the overall ranking, and this time also they did have a very good control of the circle from the very start.
In the new version, we've upgraded the security system. There are also some big updates to the real-time review system. Let's check them out. In this update, investigators can use the Eagle system to review suspicious players in real time during matches. Cheaters no longer have anywhere to hide as the investigators' vigilant eyes keep them at bay. If a player is caught violating the rules, investigators can report it in real time via the Eagle system. Once a player violation is confirmed, the PUBG Mobile security team will promptly impose penalties to maintain a fair gaming environment. Concurrently, we've added a new damage distribution chart and icons to the video progress bar to assist investigators in making more precise judgments. In this update, we've also added a bullet trajectory display, grenade trajectory display, and an unobstructed 360-degree view of the target to make it easier for investigators to make judgments when reviewing. If you have any questions about this update, please feel free to leave a comment. See you next time.
Welcome back after a short break, guys, and you're watching PMPL South Asia Championship Fall 2023. This is the host Sept, and once again would like to welcome back Shadow onto the desk. Shadow, what an outstanding and action-packed match we just witnessed. As we were just building up about this match, it really did justice to all of the talk we were doing early on.
Well, certainly, first we were talking about T2K, they got eliminated. Then we were talking about IHC, they got eliminated. But we didn't talk about High Voltage DC. That's why they got the chicken dinner. But no, jokes apart, High Voltage DC from the very start, they had a very good compound to their name. They had a L compound on the outskirts of Pochinki, and the circle was entirely in their favor. The numbers were in their favor, and the way High Voltage DC were pulling off fights, they were not going for individual fights. They had the numbers in their favor, and that is what mattered the most in the final circle, because Godless was all by himself.
Yeah, he was the final man standing, and very good decision from him, just denying that extra one elimination point, and really made High Voltage DC just he was just waiting that they should come and earn that point, but no one even showed up to that compound. But MVP goes to Sanchir with some, again, outstanding performance by this guy. 5 eliminations, 181 healing, 881 damage, 4 knockouts, and 2 assists. Still, he confirmed 5 for himself, and he assisted in 2 of them. So a good overall, performance coming from this guy. But player focus for sure. One more player from High Voltage will show up here. Rogue with 4 eliminations, 842 damage. Then IQ, 3 eliminations. It's back to back. So yeah, nice work from this guy as well. Godless with 3 eliminations. Nice work done against Aconex side and King of Spades. And then Desert, for sure, that fight against T2K, really, I would say a sublime display of skill from this guy overall. Mabetex, just slightly unlucky. They chose the wrong place to just camp, I would say, put their camps on. So yeah, that's been the story for them.
In the match summary also, we have Sanchir on the top with highest elimination, IQ with the highest damage, and highest assist also goes for IQ over there. The highest healing stun out from the side of Malik, not that it matters too much, but yes, the highest eliminations are coming from Sanchir. So yeah, definitely a very good game coming from the side of High Voltage DC. Even in Sanhok also, they did pull off a very good fight, especially from the side of Arrow. The way he was able to punish and take the revenge towards the side of 4MV, that was fantastic.
He did. Sanhok, and after this one, once again, what a match for these guys. It was something loading from these guys, and for sure, High Voltage, the way they performed and made their way, especially on the northern side of the map, while they were dodging the aggression coming from Raw, it was already decided for them to actually get the chicken dinner. They took matters in their own hands, and for sure, they took the total control. But overall match ranking, guys, for this one, we have 22 points. Nice work from High Voltage GC. Then King of Spades with 13. What an aggressive play coming from these guys, for sure. Really rattled the defenses of Aegon as well on top of the Potato Hill. But at the same time, Aegon with 9 eliminations, 13 points to their name as well. Schedule will be on our screen, guys, and Group C will be on the benches, and we will move toward our first Miramar of the day. A, B, D, and E will be in play.
That means Raw officials, IHC, Agonix I8 and TUF, they will be sitting out in this particular one. And Mabetex Esports, well, they will be playing. I have very high hopes in the map of Miramar from SKYLIGHTZ Gaming and Mabetex Esports, because in the last season, Mabetex was dominating whenever it came down to Miramar. SKYLIGHTZ, towards the end few days, they started dominating in the map of Miramar. So let's see how this map is going to go for both these teams.
We'll see. Miramar, it's a total, different terrain. The only thing which comes to my mind every time I see Miramar is those ridge-to-ridge fights, close ridge fights, and it is really outstanding to see how these teams have, pretty much adapted themselves to this fact that most of the teams in South Asian region are aggressive. So let's deal with them with some utility, just keeping them a little far from you guys so they don't bring their DBSs in the action. And now, it's been all about utility. We have seen some astounding grenade usage by the side of 4MV in the Sanhok, even though in the previous match, the way Sky and Mabetex were using back and forth utility, it was pretty sublime. But overall, when we step into Miramar, it's always about some extensive circles, at the same time some heightened angles early on captured by the teams. So it's all about staying in the open and surviving, and gaining that confidence throughout the match to actually go into a ridge-to-ridge fight against the other team.
Yeah, totally agreed. Like you mentioned, you have to very much aware of the topography whenever it comes down to Miramar, and the only counter to DBS is going to be those grenades and molotovs which are being flung over. And recently I have been witnessing some of the best Miramars where so many teams get eliminated just by the use of grenades. So yeah, and speaking of 4MV, last season it was only Doc who used to be the perfect golden hand guy with the perfect projectile of grenades. Looks like he has been giving classes to his teammates how to lob those perfect grenades, because then now the entire 4MV, I'm like, what just happened? They're not using their weapon at all.
Not using their weapon at all. And even though this clearly shows the confidence, if you're just moving this way, you're just taking a utility in your hand and just playing totally on the hearing aid. So yeah, sure, it's really helping you, and sound cues are really playing a crucial role in the performance of 4MV. And even though Aegon XI had been exercising the same thing in PMPL Pakistan, so the reason why these adaptations and these new style of play is really helping for Miracle Vibes, Aegon XI, Stalwart Esports to stay on top. And also, I would include DRS as well. They've been pretty consistent, and utility usage is pretty nice from them. But looking at the second page, guys, it's been slight changes happening. Aegon XI are now in top 3. Stalwart Esports on the second page have made onto 11th spot, 50 points to their name. NBeSports with 48, 52 esports once again with the 47 total points. They are out of the hot waters for now. They don't have to worry about their qualification, but some of these teams on the second page are really struggling. I would mark HR, HellRaisers, their first experience in South Asia Championship, and it's been 10 matches and their average is just depleting with every match, 1.7 so far.
Not an average they want. They definitely want to see themselves at the top of the table. But right now, yes, the way High Voltage got a chicken dinner and managed to propel themselves in the top 3 showcases how volatile the point standing is right now. One chicken dinner and maybe you can be in the top 5. So yeah, all they need is just one good game, and that good game can be the game of Miramar. So maybe we can see strong comebacks happening in Miramar. But at the same time, it is one of those maps where you need all your 4 players. But this time the flight path is not being so generous for the teams who likes dropping in towards the side of La Cobreria. And definitely I don't want to be in the shoes of the team like 7th Element. I believe 7th Element likes going towards the side of Campo Militar.
Yes, they like to go toward La Cobria for sure. You said it right, or first that you don't want to be in their shoes. And 7th Element right now, they have to find a vehicle. Otherwise, it will take them eternity to reach La Cobria. That's how far it is. But looking at this, plane line, it's just it just happened more of southern and slightly eastern. Not even considering towns like Craterfield, El Pozo, Montenuevo. Montenuevo looks pretty far to me as well. Lantrela is somewhat in the reach, if you exit the plane somewhere close to Chumacera. But the rest of the map is pretty much out of the reach. But we'll see how the first circle will pop. And if the circle goes totally against the plane line, it will be some quick rotations coming from these guys on south, especially Stalwart Esports, SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. Pretty unusual to see Stalwart Esports, dropping down this south of the map. I'm not sure what they're thinking right now. They might be trying Tough's drop, as Tough is not there, so Chumacera is open for grabbing. Or maybe 4 Merkel is doing so. But 3x versus King of Spades is happening in Picado for the second time around. And early on, Ozefa strikes with the first elimination on King of Spades with some shotgun action. The rest of the Kings are pretty spread out. Only one player of King of Spades is in the red buildings. And that could be another victim of this aggression coming from the side of 3x Shadow.
Oh, Rare, really walking on thin ice. He could have been knocked down, and yes, finally the shots are coming in from the side of Zen. Red did receive hefty damage, but for now he's safe. Thankfully, Zen doesn't have any grenade or Molotov. Otherwise, Red could have been a dead guy. For now, Zen, he's on the receiving end because the cover fire is coming from the side of Mamba. There is no helmet, 1 bullet on the head, and Zen will be taken down. But still, Zen is trying to retaliate. This is going to be an intense fight as Rare is trying to regroup with his teammates, and Zen is still keeping a close eye on to him.
Yeah, it will be an interesting cross, I must say, if Zen stays here. No crossing for Rare, for sure. But SRX3X, now they know which side to strike first. But it could be a possibility where King of Spades Rare just give a rude awakening to Cairo as he's trying to over-aggress without his teammate support from the back. Ozefa with some loot now. Looks like King of Spades just waiting for this stalemate situation to start melting down. 3x might be feeling that they have an advantage, but it's just one player's advantage. It's a 4 versus 3 still. And one clutch, situation being pulled off by any of the players of King of Spades can make things going south for Team 3x. SRX 3x just scanning their close vicinity, just their immediate vicinity, and Ozefa might possibly spot Mamba. It's a slight pixel. His head is slightly popping out. Still, no luck for these guys. Another M4 for the team.
Oh, M4 has always been the go-to weapon for the players, be it Sanhok, Erangel or Miramar. But for now, the numbers advantage is definitely in the hands of 3x Esports. And 3x, they need those points, son. 1 finish point already in their favor, but they need more than 1 finish point. They need a chicken dinner if they want to see themselves in the top 16 and qualify for the grand finals. But right now, look at the position of Cairo. The perfect flank angle has been created, but looks like Rare might have a slight idea that one player could be coming in from the flank angle. If Rare is not aware about the position of Cairo, Rare can be taken down, and vice versa is also true. This is such a critical position for both these players. And talking about the utility, Rare does have a grenade in his hands, a Molotov as well, but right now the main target, the main goal of Rare is just to regroup with his teammates, because from the back lines I can see 52 Esports also chiming in.
Yeah, 52 Esports Yeah, they want a piece of King of Spades as well, as they've been trying to go against them in North Georgia Bowl. But Uzefa, he is just giving some damage as well. King of Spades there, pinched right in between. And this could go against the players of 3X. Because these flying bullets, you know, can actually go toward the players of 3X as well. 52 Esports pretty close by, but they have moved out. They don't want to do anything with it, for sure. Some nade going to the upper story. 3X. Now I just want to conclude this fight. One more nade going in, but no targets. King of Spades just waiting anxiously for 3X to start making any mistakes. This one utility knock will do it for 3X. They can easily take down 2 players as a 4-man up squad. But so far, utility has not been on point. Audio cue's been a little deceptive for these guys. That's the reason why SRX is not totally committing in. It'll be interesting to see that. King of Spades, that's Storm. Right on the rooftop. This nade. Oh, that was close. That was close. That was on point, but King of Spades just holding on. Look at that. 2 shotgun setup. This marching in squad of 3X, right sitting on the staircase on the top story. Looks like SRX. I gotta be careful. They cannot commit it this way. Azefa once again lodging some nades. No success. Oh, nade goes in. Cairo takes down one of the players. King of Spades. Now it's a 2 versus 4. And for sure, SRX 3X will be pushing forward. Shotgun. Mama with the DBS. It was an early shot, but 1 player down. And no retaliation coming. Deathstorm still full HP. Knight also low on HP as well. Cairo is in there. Will get confirmed. It's a 3 versus 3 now, Shadow.
A 3v3 scenario, definitely, or 2v3, I'll say, because Storm has already been taken down. Mamba tried to push in with the
Molotov,
DPS,
nice
and a
work.
perfect Molotov comes in from the side of Rare, takes down 1 more player of 3X Esports, and now the entire situation is in the control of King of Spades, and Mamba gets a confirmation point, having the perfect angle onto the stairs, and 3X Esports in a lot of trouble right now. Storm, who was knocked out, has been revived. On the other side, we have HR and HV, High Voltage, also locking horns with each other, where High Voltage, they are on the receiving end of the shots, where 1 player has already been taken out, and looks like HellRaisers, they are trying to get the confirmation point as well.
Yeah, High Voltage DC. It's a fight on the move, but Jokey Boy confirming, you know, going for another knock. Next gets knocked out. Rogue there taking down next. Jokey Boy confirming arrow. It's been a 2-way trading of knocks happening, but at the same time, Stalwart Esports joining in as a third party. What's going on? Tears is there on the back line. Revive is happening on the players of HR, but High Voltage could be the one getting eliminated in this process. It is pretty close. Some more utility going in. Some exchange of fires, but nice work by High Voltage. Romeo Boy taking 1 down, and it's over. Team HR is out.
The first team to be eliminated from the lobby becomes HellRaisers and High Voltage. Well, they got 4 elimination points, a very good start for themselves. On the other side, King of Spades also having a good head start, 2 elimination points, but still this kind of a stalemate situation where the players of 3X Esports are not pushing in, and King of Spades made the mistake of their life. Directly pushed in, the perfect crossfire setup was there, and 3X Esports take down 2 players, and last player, Storm, surviving on a sliver of HP. 1 bullet is enough. Knight, this is the moment where you have to push in, and Knight gets the confirmation points done, but Knight was not aware of the last man, or he did eliminate. Yes, he did eliminate him.
No, he's the King of Spades. Last man is still standing. He's healing himself as well. It's down to 1 versus 1. Both of these teams and pretty suicidal against each other. Look at this irony. These 4 versus 4 fights. But still, this is what happens. Even though SRX, they had the man advantage, still King of Spades showed some really, I would say, fight back spirit. And now Deathstorm going in. He's a little pumped up, I must say. But shotgun it is, going against AKM. But Knight with AKM lands the headshot. King of Spades are out with 3 eliminations. And look at this, look at this. This guy just want to show his anger off. What SRX 3x 4 eliminations, but nothing much left for them in this match. Last man standing, how far can he go? That's the big question.
And with no healings, that's the main thing. If he get few first aids, maybe there is a little slight ray of hope that he can make it inside the safety of the circle. But for now, NBeSports is also showcasing good rotation from the complete western side. They can try move in towards the side of OSS and have the northern control. And even Mabetex, like I said, Mabetex, Miramar is always a strong map. Good rotation, northeastern control is under their side, and Regicide looks like they're also in the close proximity of Magnus Esports. But Magnus, they're like, hey, we are not in a mood to pick up any sort of fight right now. But Regicide, Noki, he's such close proximity to Feeney. The minute Feeney comes out in the open, maybe Noki could have been able to take him down. But even Regicide is being the mature one, and they decided not to engage in a close quarter fight directly with Magnus.
Yeah, for sure. But at the same time, R3G slowly and steadily encroaching in. They are pretty close to Noki. Gotta be careful. This ridge line is pretty dangerous, I must say. One good utility can turn around things. Rest of the Magnus Esports closing in. They're just ganging up on this solo player. One more player somewhere in the picture close by, but where is he? That's the question. But Fenny, he won't be expecting Noki to have this angle on him, but shots, just dodging shots from Magnus. Still, the fight is not happening. The good thing about R3G is there are only 2 players here. The rest of the players just trying to create an angle onto the players of Magnus Esports. Now, Magnus slowly and steadily closing in. They want to take this fight. Zibian also closing. Senny is there on the rooftop. Gives some retaliation shots to Zibian. But this will also trigger some more aggression coming from the side of Magnus Esports. Now, Senny's position is revealed. Noki's position is revealed. And rest of the R3G also joins the fight.
Well, suddenly Regicide and Magnus, they're not taking any sort of risk. Both the teams are not having so much intel where exactly the players are. But one of the player of Regicide did receive hefty damage. And he's trying to scuttle back to the safety. Samo has managed to do so, but Saini is still in a pickle. Magnus Esports, yes, the Ridges are there to help them out. There is a hard compound as well in the favor of Magnus Esports. But Regicide, the players are falling back. But one player, Saini, he needs to patch himself up and then try to fall back. But Magnus looks like they're hunting him. They're trying to find him in the close proximity, somewhere in the distance. I can see the players of T2K as well. They can also do a wonderful third party in this scenario.
Yeah, third party can possibly happen, and everything is happening in the death center, I must say. These teams are not fighting for the edges. These teams are fighting for some good compounds, some good real estate right in the mid. And that's been the strategy so far, as some of these teams are facing some connectivity issues. Now, the only thing that they can resort back to is just, holding into the center. That, OG strategy, I must say. Just getting in the midst of the play area and just hold on and play on defenses. But now Magnus Esports, they have one more team that want to claim this place for themselves, and that is Stalwart Esports, slowly and steadily closing in from south side. A lot of these teams, Shadow, has this compound in their eyes. They want that place for themselves. And it will get hard for Magnus if any of these teams decide to, go all guns blazing, and defense will be pretty hard for them.
The defense is going to be a little hard, but T2K, well, looks like they're opening things up towards the side of high voltage, where one player has been taken down. High voltage, they were already surviving with only 2 players, where now it's only one man standing. He has a lot of job to do, give revive to his teammate, and the way single tap shots are coming in from the side of Rig, well, the vehicle has been exploded, I believe. So high voltage GC is going to be pretty difficult for them to fall back from the situation. Sanjay did manage to give a revive to his teammate Rog, but Rig is still keeping a close eye onto them. On the other side, T2K, yes, they do have the complete eastern edge control, and the circle again takes a northern shift. So that means the players of Mabetex Esports are still in a very good prime spot to get that winner chicken dinner for themselves.
Yeah. Looks like this could be a possible plan for these guys. But I would like to point out one thing. According to the map, circle has shifted even further north, and the real estate that Magnus Esports, Stalwart Esports, R3G were trying to claim is of no use now. Possibly the next few phases will mark that territory off of the play area. So for sure, there was no need to actually go into that dangerous situation against each other, I must say, R3G and Magnus. But circle has shifted even further north. Centralized position is under the hold of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming now. And I feel like, the time of aggressive shifts is over. Most of the centralized shifts will happen now. Some of these teams have find a good place for themselves, even in the stage number 3. And now going against each other. Mabetex versus T2K once again. T2K Jane, he's knocked out, will get flushed. Chiro confirming the elimination. First one to the name of Mabetex. Wally will have this elimination for themselves, but Mabetex versus T2K, it's going. Both of these teams want to take this fight, but nice nade coming from the side of Leo. Takes down Love. True Love is knocked out. T2K down to 2 men standing. Another player close by could also be a victim of the process. And Mabetex, they are pushing forward. Some some cover fire coming from the side of MPL. But more shots. Shotgun. Wally gets knocked out, but the rest of the team is there. MPL, as he was trying to escape. No escape for him, and Mabetex will confirm all 4, sharing 1 kill each. Everyone played their role, and a quick squad finish for Mabetex.
T2K, too many mistakes were made in that particular fight, but right now the players of Leo Esports, they are on the lower ground, and Reggie side from the height advantage. One single grenade could be the reason for the demise of both the players of Leo Esports, but Liquid goes down. Perfect grenade comes in from Seni. Follow-up grenade takes down the entirety of Leo Esports from the backlines. 4MV also chimed in and did a third party. Leo Esports, well, when it rains, it pours. That is exactly what happened with them. But 4MV, they are in the close proximity, and Regicide, well, they need to regroup as soon as possible.
Yeah, regrouping is much needed as 4MV is busy with Stalwart Esports. This could be a chance for Team R3G to actually move inside the circle from up south, but Stalwart Esports really drawing some more attention. Magnus Esports is also looking their way. This could be a third party happening on them, and some shots being dealt, and Stalwart Esports, Nurzid and Icy getting some damage from that far. Malik has repositioned himself. It's happening on the southern side, pretty not to the water treatment. And now 4MV going in a full-fledged 3 versus 3 fight, but the threat of a third party is still hanging on top of Stalwart Esports. They have to conduct themselves with some extra caution. Not just over-aggress, but Nurzid strikes hard, takes down East as he was anxiously peeking back and forth. Some utility also following up. Nurzid is there with his Scar L and some utility. But Stalwart Esports will have some time now to actually close in. And this fight will see some results. Revive is happening. East 922 is about to get revived. But Stalwart Esports, they have closed in. One more utility, one more nade can actually knock down East once again. But 4 Miracle Vibes. They are 4 men up. And now they can take this fight easily. Pretty spread it out. East could be the guy, be the victim, but they have knocked one of the players, and now East is pushing forward. Magnus joins in as well, and Stalwart Esports is getting third party. 4MV, they are aggressing forward, and this is some pressure exerted, and Stalwart Esports couldn't just hold on under this pressure. 4MV confirming the eliminations. 3 to their name. 1 goes to Magnus Esports, and 4MV takes down Stalwart Esports. The Giants are out of the lobby, and we are left with 11 teams now.
11 teams and 38 players remaining, and NBeSports, the way they are moving forward, maybe 52 esports and NBeSports can engage in a fight. NBeSports, yes, they're in a bit of a split position where Akaza having a little bit of the height advantage and is very well aware, I think, of the position of comeback. If he is not, Mondo is in a very big trouble right now. On the other side of the map, we have Magnus and 4MV also locking horns with each other, where the players of 4MV are falling down one after other. Fist Boy comes in, takes down comeback. Now 52, they have a job to do. They have to give revive, but one perfect grenade could result in the demise of comeback. But thankfully, NBeSports, they are not closing in, although Fist Boy is trying to do so. From the backlines, I can see the players of 7th Element also coming in.
7th Element is on the back lines, and NBeSports, now their attention is divided. But 52 Esports, they have picked up the player. But Nade goes in, takes down comeback. Fist Boy with some good utility. But Hassan will also get knocked out by this Molotov. Now 52 Esports is down to 2 man standing. Some third party happening. Takes down the player, stepping out in the open. Now NBeSports will aggress forward. It's a 2 versus 3 now. One of the player already on the revive, so it's a 1 versus 3 that needs to be dealt. But some shots, come back, jumps down, takes down Fist Boy, and 52 Esports still surviving. Now they are 4 men up.
Yes, they do have the numbers advantage. Mondo is already down, and now the responsibility is on Akaza as well as his teammate from the backline. 7th Element is still not chiming in. 52 Esports have already done 50% of job. Akaza, the only advantage he has is of the height. 1 wrong peak, 1 wrong angle, and 52 can be punished, but Mondo still bleeding out. No help coming in for him.
Nice
On
one.
the other side, we have High Voltage and Mabetex also locking horns with each other, and Magnus Esports, well, looks like they have been eliminated on the 10th spot with 2 elimination points. Still, the process for revival.
Oh, look at the circle.
Yeah, circle is going all the way north, but now I have to ask you, if you have to pick one team, which team you are going to pick? I'm going to pick DRS.
You're going to pick DRS. I'll go with 4 Miracle Vibes. It looks like they've been, really gun blazing, but what a nade coming from the side of Team NBeSports. They took down 52's comeback once again. It's the 3rd time around. Comeback is getting knocked out. I'm not sure if that comeback's gonna come, but NBeSports getting 3rd party once again. High Voltage, meanwhile, gets eliminated. 3rd party coming from the side of 7th Element. But 52 Esports got some time for themselves to revive their player. Player is low on HP. 3rd party from 7th Element happening. But 52, once again, the fight is prolonged, but is still in the favor of Team NBeSports. The Zablala gets knocked out, and NB's players will go for the confirmation. 52 shouldn't allow that, but will do so. 3 man standing, 52 it is. Blue zone is right on their back, and at the same time, in the kill feed, R3G is going against 4 Miracle Vibes, and 4 Miracle Vibes are out. R3G just putting a halt to their aggression overall. And they just couldn't stand the aggression of R3G. But 52 Esports, after losing their players, are now moving toward the circle, and 7E is there gatekeeping them.
Both these teams also need to realize, Esan, that they have to prioritize the circle, because like you said, there is a team already trying to gatekeep. DRS gets a confirmation point onto one of the player of Mabetex Esports, and looks like Wally is all by himself. He's also a little far away from the circle, and maybe he's going for the heal battle. No, he's not going for the heal battle, but how he's going to make it inside the circle? That's a big question. Regicide also bids bye-bye. Mabetex also bye-bye. NBeSports also on the 6th spot with 2 elimination point. Only 3 teams remaining by SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. They do have the numbers advantage. DR is also having 3 players over there. In fact, all the 4 players are there, but the circle is not in the favor of either of these teams.
Yeah, circle is not favoring at all It's a very obnoxious circle, I must say. I've never seen this happening before in Miramar. I didn't even see this new Oasis area for a long time. When it was new update in Miramar 2.0 a year back. That's the last time I visited there. Not on my vacations, for sure. That was a gameplay scenario, but never seen this kind of open circle. Now, 7th Element, one of their players is pretty low in HP, but SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, they're trying to make their way in. As DRS is there, could be a possible threat for these guys. DRS, I should say, it could be another chicken dinner loading for them. And I would say a correct prediction from Shadow. SKYLIGHTZ, they have the man advantage. DRS doesn't have that. 7th Element still in the play, but they're on the northern side. We'll go against DRS first. So it's coming. We'll deal with the remainings of DRS versus 7th Element. But looks like SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, they are just trying to show their authority in this circle, as they feel like they're the 4-man standing squad. But 7E, they have nothing much to work with. It's only one shack in their way, which could be their next target. But DRS is right next to that shack. Things are getting pretty slowed down. Shadow. Smokes are being deployed. DRS 3 versus 4. Not gonna aggress that much, but rest of the 7E, they have made their way. Now they have spotted one of the players. Gyante is being spotted. The smokes can really go against the players of DRS. Airdrop taken by KillerYT. KillerYT steps out in the open. T24 OP with an AUG. Will take down one. KillerYT will get confirmed. DRS left with only 2 players, Shadow.
Ooh.
Oh.
Out in the open. What was he
spotted
doing?
him.
Gyante, what were you doing out in the open with no cover at all? And finally a vehicle runner coming in, and rules
Nice
also
work.
bits by Delta. It's the last man standing, and look at the way teams are surrounding Delta. He's in a very tricky spot. The moment the smoke is going to disappear, he's going to get spotted by either of these teams, and then he's going to be a dead man. This could be a very good comeback for the players of 7th Element or SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, because both these teams are son. They are not in top 16 right now, and they need those points. And Delta trying to be as silent as possible, letting the other 2 teams fight, but you can't
nice
hide, man.
OP.
It's Miramar, you can't hide.
Yeah, he just forgot this is not Sanhok. You know, in Sanhok, the bushes are on your side, but Miramar is all dead plants there, so they will easily get spotted out. The coloring is not there. You know, most of the dresses that nowadays most of these players wear is not matching with the terrain. So for sure, T24 OP just being the eagle eye, confirming the final player. So 4 versus 4 between both of these teams, back and forth. It's not happening anything yet, but so far Team SKYLIGHTZ Gaming have a vast ridge to work with. It's just, you know, one more phase to go. 33 more seconds. Play zone about to restrict in 27. And one good nade coming from the side of 7E will help them to get close to the chicken dinner, but SKYLIGHTZ Gaming pretty dispersed. 9th phase it is, but Goku Bot strikes with a utility, takes one down, and steps out in the open. No fears, just punishes it right away. Alian pushing forward. Alian gets knocked out. 7 Element, they are retaliating back as well. 2 versus 2 it is between both of these teams. Divine and T24 OP. No fears angle is very good at this very moment. But T24 OP, they're pushing forward. This could be another knock on the players of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. 2 versus 2 it is. Revival is underway. But another shot, another player down of SKYLIGHTZ. It's down to last man standing. No fear it is. He needs to clutch the situation. But both of these players, they have a cover of this boulder in the open. But no cover for no fear. But nade goes in. This could be an end. But it's over. 7th Element getting the winner chicken dinner. Much awaited moment of South Asia Championship. A big GG's to these guys. And a winner chicken dinner goes to 7E.
Well, a much needed one, and now they can find themselves at the 11th spot in the overall ranking. They have propelled themselves with those 19 points, a very important and much needed chicken dinner coming in.
Welcome to Airdrop Carnival. Let's have a blast. This is for you. Let's play together. Let's take a break. Watch me shine on stage. I hope you can remember me.
Welcome back, guys. After this short break, PMPL South Asia Championship Fall 2023 is undergoing right now, and we have just finished our third match for League Stages Day 3. Welcome back, Shadow. What an outstanding final fight. It was a slow one, but overall, 7th Element, they didn't, gave much to the SKYLIGHTZ Gamings.
SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, they didn't have much of the real estate, and on the other side, 7th Element, they did have a height advantage in their favor. The entire circle was under their control. The moment Delta was eliminated from DRS, it was bound to be a 7th Element chicken dinner, and especially the way they took down 2+ of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. There was no chance for the last player to clutch a 1v3 against 7th Element in that situation. But 7th Element also came very close to getting a chicken dinner on the very first day in the last game of Erangel. They came on the 2nd spot, but this time finally they get it. And I think they are in a safe spot to say that yes, for sure, they're moving into the grand finals.
Yeah, for sure, because 7th Element, they played pretty well, especially I would say in the final few matches of day 1. And day 2 has been, they've been, away from the radar. They didn't do that much. We should discuss them. But day 3, it's been going well so far for them. They started out, it was their second match. And in the first match as well, they stacked up some, good points for themselves. But now, a chicken dinner will really, project them toward the top, possibly 12 positions. But we'll see in the overall ranking. But before that, we'll move toward the MVP. Any wild guesses, Shadow, do you have for the MVP?
Maybe someone from else cheat from 4MV East. Yeah, I have always been very good at cheating.
Yeah, that's what she said as well. But MVP, that's been a lame joke. That's been a lame joke. I can understand. But MVP goes to East 922, 6 eliminations. Something coming to East for the first time. But 6 eliminations, 315 healing, 789, and 5 knockouts, 3 assists, and 22 minutes of survival. So a good overall match coming from the 4 Miracle Vibes. And again, I would say 4 Miracle Vibes, they've been a force to dealt with. They finished out Stalwart Esports, then they took a fight with Magnus, finished things there as well. Also took few of the players of R3G, as R3G was left down to last man standing. So they've been quite busy throughout this Miramar. But players in focus, SKYLIGHTZ Gaming's No Fear confirmed 2 eliminations in the final fight. 7th Element T24 OP really played a crucial role in the winning of his team, 3 eliminations. Apex 922, yeah, for sure. If you're gonna see one player from 4MV, there will be someone else there as well. But Again, another good match coming from the side of Rogue. Outstanding, fight taken against Team HellRaisers, HR. Let's have a quick look at the match summary, Shadow. It's most of, I would say, 4 Medical Vibes summary.
Yeah, it's 4MV written all over, with East having the highest elimination and highest damage, Apex having the highest assist. But look at the match ranking, 7th element, they have got 19 total points, 9 elimination, a very aggressive gameplay coming in from their side. But 4MV, this time the circle was not benefiting 4MV at all. Still, they did manage to grab too many elimination points, 10 elims coming in, but just a single placement points. Had the circle won in the favor of 4MV, this could have been a chicken dinner for them. Even SKYLIGHTZ, they did manage to showcase a good performance in this one. And 4MV, they have propelled themselves by 3 positions, now sitting on the 3rd spot with 80 points. Even Mabetex Esports, they have taken a jump of 1 position, now sitting on the 8th spot with 70 points.
Yeah, not much of the changes happening, as Magnus Esports, IHC, Leo, and Aegon, they were sitting on the benches, just watching this action happening. But so far, it's been kind of, let's say, situation getting worse for the teams on the second page. We'll have a quick look. SRX3X, after winning their previous fight, now they have 26 points to their name. They are on 18th spot, not that far from Tough and HellRaisers. But right in front of them, it's R3G, just trying to find, something for themselves. 36 total points for them in 10 matches. The average is not going well so far. But 7th element, after this chicken dinner, will jump 4 positions up. Starting from 15, now they're sitting on 11th with 55 points. Somewhere in a safe zone of qualification, I must say. There are still, 6 more matches for them to go, so they can actually pave their way toward the top 10 positions as well. But again, I'm really feeling for Regicide, SRX3X, Team Tough, and HellRaisers, because they've been struggling a lot. We can see, there is something missing in their fights, and they have to work on that as well. But quick look onto the schedule. Match number 14 is the next one. We'll play on Erangel once again, and Group B this time around is on the benches. It will be the last match for Group A, and another chance for Group A's teams to mark something for themselves on the board. At least, a top 3 finish, I would say. But Erangel it is. A very unique and a very, I would say, map which is pretty much, well versed by all of these teams. They know every nook and cranny of this map. That's the reason why watching Erangel every time is it gets very interesting, because you never know who wins.
Yeah, last time also in the Erangel, I think IHC, they came very close to getting a chicken dinner for themselves. It all boils down to where the circle is going, if there is a hard shift coming in, and if the circle is benefiting you, if you have the perfect position, if you have the height advantage. So many factors do come into the play that tends to reward you with a winner-winner chicken dinner. On the other side, there are few things that happened wrong in the previous one, like 4MV getting an early elimination. Even the players of 4MV didn't expect that at all, because they had no time to grab those weapon or resources or anything. They has just landed in, and the players of Ignex I8 were ready with the weapon in their hand to shoot the bullets and take the players of 4MV. So that was very unfortunate. Kind of handicap. 4MV couldn't do anything in that situation, because when you don't have a weapon, what can you do? You can't fist the player who is having a weapon in his hands. So maybe this time 4MV can turn things around.
For sure. Let's see what 4MV have decided for the players of Aegon XI8, and we'll be able to see again a back and forth happening between these guys. Surely do, but as we are about to jump into our match, let's have a quick look on the plane line, starting from the far eastern side of the map and going even further south toward the Sosnova Military Island. It's an interesting one, I must say, but we'll see how it will get played by these teams. Look at this situation, guys. Plane line totally southern. It looks like the plane line is copy pasted from the previous Miramar.
Does that mean we are going to witness the same circle as well? Maybe not the exactly same circle, but similar circle towards the northern side. Maybe, because last time I was not happy with the PUBG odds at all, because I want chaos. I want crazy circles. I don't want decent circles. So maybe towards the side of Stalwart, if we have a circle, we are going to witness a lot of action, and too many early rotations might come in. So yeah, but now 4MV again going towards the side of military base, and this time I don't see the plus of Againix Side, but yeah, Stalwarts, they have always loved to go towards the side of Novo, and that is exactly where they're going. Oh, okay, Againix Side, yes, the drop clash is still happening.
Yeah, it's still happening now. The fight has took a slight turn. This time around, it's not happening on a loot restricted area. It's happening somewhere close to the military base and on C building possibly, and that's what's gonna happen. And these teams are taking fight for sure. They have nothing to lose, I guess. Both of these teams will easily qualify toward the finals, so they just it will be I would say a target practice for these guys. Just gonna see if they are they still got that in themselves. I can eventually take them to be a champion, but Aegon XI8 IQ with the nade, no connection so far. Players are pretty close. Oh, another nade going in, really displacing the players. But no peek coming from the side of East. This time around, 2 players just holding on to their position pretty close by, Apex and East. It will be a risky trade for IQ to even pop his head out. But Doc takes down Blade out in the open, but there will be some cover fire as well. No confirmation right away. It's 3 versus 4 now.
Well, certainly it's a 3v4 situation. This time 4MV, they are prepared. They are ready to punish the players of Againix IA. They're no way getting an early elimination or taking any sort of unnecessary risk. This time, if we talk about the players of Againix, IQ doesn't have any sort of armor. Just an M416. Oh, he does have a helmet, but no utility.
It's
Nothing
just
at all.
helmet.
Yeah, just a level 1 helmet. That is enough. He can give a good peek to Apex over there. But from the backlines, I can see Doc also there. IQ is in a very tricky spot right now.
Yeah, the problem is he cannot even drop down, but players push in. They will take another one down, and it's almost over for Aegon XI8. Last one standing will be ready. There you go. Some shots coming in. IQ trying his best, but won't be able to do anything, and Uzum also gets confirmed. Last one, it was Aegon XI8 this time getting eliminated first. They've been served the same stuff they served in the previous match to 4MV, but this time around they still had some guns. So for you cannot say that 4MV just shot the players as they were nowhere in position to fight back. So it was a fair fight.
Yeah.
But East and Doc 922 just taking care of the whole squad. 2 players each. Rest of the players were on some moral support, I must say.
They did give some damage. They did give some damage. Don't take the credit away.
Yeah. We can see that. But for MV, they're surviving. Stalwart Esports, they are this time around. They didn't go for a third party. Previously on day 1, they tried something while Aegon and 4MV were just battling their way initially. But Stalwart Esports this time around, they didn't do that. But Regicide, are they gonna gatekeep Stalwart Esports? That's a nice setup. Yesterday, Shadow Fitz was asking, there should be a setup for the teams that are trying to move from the military island. No one was setting up any bridge camps, but this time around, I guess R3G heard that, and they have put a bridge camp for Team Stalwart Esports. Gotta be careful from their back. IHC could possibly pop right next to them and can be an unpleasant surprise for them. But on the other side, in Ferry Pair, Magnus Esports is also trying something. Their players are pretty close by to the bridge, but no camping situation happening so far. We'll see how these things will turn around to be, but so far it's again same battle royale situation. Things got pretty slow down and nothing is much happening to talk about.
nothing much really happening. Everyone is busy grabbing those crucial resources. Magnus this time, they do have a big split, 2v2 split, 2 players towards Ferry Pier, 1 players towards the Rich Complex, 7th Element also on the present towards the shorelines, and Regicide, yeah, right now they are present on the bridge camp. Maybe they can go for it, but last season there was a team that tried to do so, and it was Elementrix. Every single time they went for a bridge camp to eliminate the players of 4MV, and everyone saw what happened. Elementrix didn't qualify for the grand finals. So that was a lesson learned, that you have to focus on your own gameplay rather than ruining some other team's gameplay. And Noki this time takes down IC from the moving vehicle. Instant confirmation has been made. Nezed also falls down, takes some damage from the staircase. Noki is still trying. DBS not gonna help in such a long range. And now this grenade can be deadly for Nezed, as Nezed is trying to fall back, but inside the water still can receive a lot of damage.
Yeah, for sure he can. And looks like R3G, they have accomplished their mission, what they were on. They have just hurt Stalwart Esports, one of their players down, and now Stalwart Esports, they are pretty much in a handicap situation. 3 versus 4, they have to play rest of their match. It's not always a nice thing to have, you know, just player cut, a man disadvantage. Esports, now we'll be pretty cautious, pretty careful with this. But the rest of the STE, they have changed their plan. They are not gonna move through this one. But Ferry Pier Bridge is pretty much open now. 4MV can easily move through. Magnus Esports not going for any bridge camps. It's not good to see that. I just want to see some more competitiveness coming from the guys, especially on the teams on the main island. They should give it a hard time. Just make these teams rethink their decisions. Whether if they made a good decision to go to Sosnova Community Island. Make them just slightly uncomfortable with their comfort zone, yes. For sure. Right now Magnus is not doing that. But anyhow, circle is about to shift. We will be seeing phase number 2 in a moment. HR on the other side, trying to pave their way inside the circle from northern side, and the circle has shifted, and so far circle has totally favored the northern, the main island, not the northern part. Pretty much close to shelter and some those proximities of school and apartment. Also Potato Hill is in play. But nothing much happening right now. Stalwart Esports, are they gonna go for a water rotation, or will they still go through the bridge? That's another question. But so far, looks like Stalwart Esports, they're not afraid of going through the bridge, because now it's pretty much late. R3G won't be, camping them, so it's some extra care coming from the side of STE. Shadow.
Well, you have to be a little careful, especially if you're going for an airdrop, which is in the close proximity of Magnus. But wait a minute, T2K, they are trying to fire some bullets towards the side of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. SKYLIGHTZ, they do have a very good compound to their name. On the other side, MPL from T2K quite in open. Realized not a good position to take a fight. Has to reposition and has to regroup with his teammates, because NBeSports is also present in the close proximity. So too many third parties can happen, because hey, not enough real estate to accommodate all the 15 teams and 59 players in such a small circle. So the fights are gonna happen very soon. And now it's time for the prediction, as our producer says it. And this time I'm going to pick NBeSports. What about you?
NBeSports, good choice, but I'll go with High Voltage DC. Let's see. Now, because they're on the Potato Hill, my favorite spot in Erangel. But High Voltage DC, they've been pretty good with their gunfights, pretty good with their strategies, so let's see if they will be able to get this chicken dinner as well. This could be a second chicken dinner. It mostly doesn't happen like that, but Yeah, we'll see. If DRS can do this, anyone can do this. But as I said, High Voltage DC, they got one of their players knocked out by Tough Tars, and right away gets confirmed.
The problem with Potato... The problem with Potato Hill is everyone wants to have a piece of it because you get a lot of information. So you become the center of attraction. But right now, Leo Esports and NBeSports are also engaging in a fight where the players of Leo Esports are on the receiving end of the shots. But still, Slipknot finds one and takes the confirmation point as well. Leo Esports still not in the best of the position. Liquid trying to patch himself up. Yeto Uta trying to go for the rescue mission as well onto the fallen comrade. The smokes are there, the soft cover is there, but not enough to help the players because see, Raw officials, they're also in the close proximity. So there is a very high chance that Raw can do a third party in this scenario.
Yeah, Raw will try their best, but Circle Shifts is really favoring teams on the northeastern of the second phase. And most of these southern teams, still they have to make their way in. But seeing the situation, these gun sounds, for sure, Leo would have heard that as well and could possibly, change things around. But at the same time, Raw officials, pretty close by. Leo, they are just scanning their surroundings, just being extra cautious. Don't want to give anything out. Circle Shift, still they're inside the circle. Raw have to make their way in. They're on the edges, just exiting the apartment building. So this northern part of Potato Hill could be the next camping site for them. But from down south, 4MV is also joining in. So High Voltage team, Raw officials 4MV can actually get into a fight on the western edge of this phase 2.
Even IHC and Stalwarts, they are having a eastern control. So yeah, they can also possibly land a chicken dinner for themselves. Not a chicken dinner, a good game for themselves. But the teams who are present in the center, for them, I'm a little worried because too many third parties can happen. Everyone will try and contest their compounds. But 4MV looks like Raw officials are engaging in a fight, and 4MV, they lost one of their critical player. That is going to be Doc. HellRaisers next. The minute he realized there is a team present out in the open, he was like, I'm not going to pick this fight. I'm just going to regroup within my teammates. I'm done scouting. I'm not going to scout this area. I'm going to go elsewhere, somewhere different. Even the players of 7th Element, after having a very good run in the previous game, they're not going to take any sort of risk. They did realize there is a team, there are players present. So instead of engaging in unnecessary fight, they're just trying to reposition themselves.
Yeah, just trying to reposition themselves. And now, the only good move, I must say, they can do is just not peek their heads out from their safe spaces. HR, they really need a good match. And now they've been favored by the circle. They shouldn't just throw it away for themselves. But 4MV, close pass by. Will take one down. Fenny taking down Apex. 4MV, not gonna like that. It's a 3 versus 3 between both of these teams. It's been a trade. 4MV took one of the players of Magnus down, and now Magnus just traded things off. And now both of these teams are trying to make their way up toward the Potato Hill. What looks like Magnus Esports will have a hard time. One of the players of Magnus has already made their way in. They're trying to make some angles, but look at 4MV, how far they are. Can you see those small yellow, dots in the map, in the observer view? They have went even further extreme toward the eastern side of the map, but now it will open some space for the players of Magnus Esports. Magnus Esports have to be careful. They have attracted some more attention from the side of R3G as well, but Leo, they're going against NBeSports. They're just trying their best, and last man standing of NB is out on 15 spot. No points for NB. Another match goes down to the reins of NBeSports. It's 4th match of the day, and if you are unable to find a good match for yourself, unfortunately it's your loss. Leo, 4 eliminations confirmed, all 4 on NBeSports now. looked pretty set for the match. At the same time, Stalwart Esports taking down the players of HIGHVOLTAGE DC as they were trying to encroach inside the circle. Not much left for them. It's pretty much covered by these big names out there. And now HIGHVOLTAGE DC have to leave. 13 teams surviving. HR got one of the players knocked out by T2K. At the same time, Jiggle Ross goes straight into that dip where 7th Element was holding on, and it's pretty much done and dusted. It's a 1 versus 1 and it's over. 1 versus 2 it was, as rest of the players of Raw joined in and 7th Element is out.
Let's be honest, it's very hard to defend such pits where there is not enough space to move around. But I really need to stop picking up teams. NBeSports, I'm sorry guys. I really need to stop doing that. But right now, Magnus Esports, they're coming under heavy fire from the side of Bear, and the vehicle explodes. And Magnus, they can't back off from this fight. They have to pick this fight 4MV. They don't have the numbers advantage. It's a 2v2 scenario. The problem is a third party can happen because in the backlines, I can see the players of 3x Esports also having a good compound.
Oh,
but a
no
perfect
way.
grenade from Slipknot takes down Thor. 2 players down from the side of TUF. Confirmations are being made. DBS, double DBS coming in on the face of TUF. Tarzan also goes down, but Liquid has been taken down by
Nice work,
Yetauta, still
H2SO4.
fighting,
No
but
way,
finally,
nice work.
H2SO4. Oh, he couldn't do much, and Leo Esports, well, they have eliminated the entirety of TUF.
TUF, as they were just trying to find something for themselves, they just cover them from the aggression of the lobby, but TUF, they just went straight into a team who just finished another squad at the same location. Team Tough, didn't realize. But what a fight back coming from the side of H2SO4. Some utility knockouts. 2 of the players got knocked out, but rest of the Leo, they kept their composure and confirmed the final man standing. H2SO4 has been not that, say, acidic to Leo. Still 3 man standing. This team has some good momentum. Total of 8 eliminations. It's kind of a dream match for them, as most of these teams just imagine this kind of match for themselves. But SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, pretty close to the circle, have to take a fight with T2K. T2K 4 man standing as well. SKYLIGHTZ Gaming cannot go any further to their east because they will open up themselves to the crossfires of Leo, and at the same time will open up themselves toward Raw officials.
T2K, yes, they do have the numbers advantage, but they have to pick up fight with the plus of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, as both these teams were trying to contest for the edge of the circle. Now T2K heading a little north, trying to take the northern control. But love from the side of T2K, definitely not showing love for the plus of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. This grenade can be deadly for SKYLIGHTZ if lobbed to the perfection. But SKYLIGHTZ, look at them. The perfect usage of utility is coming from the other side. SKYLIGHTZ, they need a cover for themselves. So look at the amount of smoke which they have deployed on the other side. T2K is trying to stop SKYLIGHTZ in their tracks. The perfect carpet bombing is being done. But T2K, they are picking fights on the multiple fronts as STE. Nirzed also goes down, but this time through the hands of Zebian. So Magnus, they're coming under heavy fire from 2 different directions. SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, they are still on the periphery of the circle. And Leo, well, they're 4MV. Did they get eliminated? Yes, 4MV, they have been eliminated.
Yep, as 3X was trying to make their way inside the circle, it was only 2 man standing squad, or I would say duo. 4MV was there, so they had to clear that out. But T2K Love is taking one of the players of SG down, and at the same time R3G going against Team Leo, the dominators so far. Yetauta is confirmed. R3G, as they were trying to make their way in, or I would say Leo was trying to find a safe space for themselves, but R3G, 2 of their players are knocked out. Yetauta with the utility, he's trying to find themselves something for themselves, but SG also joined in. R3G will have some time to rest their player up, but Liquid is there. Nova X gets confirmed by No Fear, but a third party happening as well. Roshan gets knocked out. Nirzid on the other side takes down the player, but a nade will go in, take down Vaz for the 2nd time around, but player's location is revealed. Roshan is there. Magnus Esports, meanwhile, gets eliminated by SRX 3X. Nice work by SRX, but now it's time. But a push coming from the side of SG. Last man standing of 3X, healing himself up top, and it will be over. Just over. 3 eliminations to no fear. Just leading the charge, and SKYLIGHTZ Gaming have 3 points for themselves and a safe space on the edges of the circle.
And a good compound as well. On the other side, Stalwart, they were pretty much stuck. A single grenade from the side of Zeol marks the end of Stalwart Esports in this particular game with just 1 elimination point. Even the players of 3X Esports, they are pretty much pinned down in that shack area. Godless with that Info 16 spray. Can he take down 1 player? But the damage, well, it's only on the vehicles. The players are safe, but finally, one of the players of 3X Esports takes hefty damage, but the knock has not been made. 3X players are still safe, but this grenade from the side of Demo can be so very deadly. Multiple knocks can come in, but a retaliation grenade came from the side of 3X, takes down Demo.
Nice work, nice work, nice work. So far, Team IHC and R3X, both of these sides, been trading some knocks for each other, but smokes are being deployed. IHC want to take this fight from close, as their only way in is through 3X. 3X realizing they have took down one of the players. It's a 3 versus 4 now for them. But at the same time, T2K, they will obviously see this from that far. But Godless with the utility takes down Ozefa. At the same time, HRTS takes down Knight. Team 3X under constant fire from 2 side. And now looks like there will be another confirmation coming in. Team SRX, they are falling like flies right now. SRX has nothing much left as he was away from this shack, and now IHC, they're pushing forward. Third party happening as well. Godless getting some damage from far away, and a nade coming from the side of Shamir will confirm another one. And IHC at the back lines, they are rezzing their players. This will buy some time to the player of SRX 3X as well to res his player. One of his fallen comrades is IGL Cairo, but at the same time, Team SRX 3X, the smokes will indicate their position, and once IHC is done with the revivals, with the resetting, they will definitely go heads on toward this tree and will confirm. But third party happening, still IHC under immense amount of damage, immense amount of pressure as well. But Shami, he is going forward. Want to confirm some elimination. He is still unaware of the position of Demo. Smokes are there. Smokes is denying the the vision. But at the same time, Cairo fights back. But IHC strikes hard, and SRX is out on 6th position. Nice work. 3X still going to make it even further. IHC still surviving. 2 of the players are knocked out. 1 gets confirmed. 1 of the player also will be picked as well. But HR, they have made it to top 5. They have no eliminations so far. Still getting a lot of damage from that far, and now they are pretty much on the edges.
Well, the team right in the dead smack center, in the epicenter, they are being so very silent. Look at the players of Raw officials. In all this commotion, they are not making any sort of noise. But HellRaisers, they're aware about the position of Raw. So Raw need to be careful. Talking about HellRaisers, well, they need those points. They are right at the bottom of the leaderboard, and one good game can propel themselves, and the chances of them coming in the top 16 might increase a little bit. But Nima from the side of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, all by himself, his teammates are a little far away. If a knock comes onto Nima, I don't think it's going to be an easy revival for him. Same goes for Romeo Boy of HR. He's also a little far away from his teammates. This unorthodox split that is coming from HR, let's see how it's going to fare out. But right now, IHC is over. IHC, the entire team has been eliminated by SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. SKYLIGHTZ, they are also performing really good today.
SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, as the danger is evicted, I believe so. They were pretty close to not even being a participant of the finals. But now, after these back-to-back performances and finishing in some top position, has really enlightened their ways toward the finals. But SKYLIGHTZ Gaming now some red zone, creating some red zone on the players of Raw officials, as they've been staying for quite some time here. It's been a long stay. Have to vacate this vicinity. At the same time, SKYLIGHTZ Gaming realizing this position is in the dead center, so might go for this dip as well. This dip is risky, but it gives you some good from both sides. You can actually take a fight on one front. That's the reason why Raw officials resetting once again. But HR, are they gonna finish things off for Raw officials? That's the next question. But Romy boy, some smokes are deployed, and this thing is really attracting a lot of attention from the peripheries. Looks like T2K might be a possible threat for the guys of HR.
I don't think Raw officials, they are in the best of the position right now. They have just been lucky that none of these teams were trying to engage in a fight with Raw officials, because look at that. One good grenade and multiple knocks can come in. But right now, SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, no fear, trying to pep a few bullets towards the side of T2K. Love goes down.
Nice work.
Perfect spray coming in. HR next also chiming in. Takes down Nima, doing a perfect third party onto SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. And now no fear, trying for the confirmation point. Praveen from Raw takes down one player from the side of HellRaisers. Too many third parties are happening right now. SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, they have to be very careful because Nima is down. So they have to go for the rescue mission. And T2K, the minute they look in the direction of No Fear, he's going to be a dead man. There is no cover at all for No Fear at all. Literally, he's in no fear.
Oh, he has no fear of getting spotted out for sure. But SKYLIGHTZ Gaming now, they are playing their cards, but at the same time, HR Tears shows some DP action on the players of T2K. T2K getting 2 or 3 players themselves down right now. Some confirmation should come forward because these are much needed points for HR. Nima is once again rezzed back. At the same time, SKYLIGHTZ throwing some utility, confirming some elimination. At the same time, T2K is down to the last one standing. MPL confirmation coming in. But from Team Raw officials takes down the players of Team SKYLIGHTZ Gaming as well. No fear is out. Malik confirming the elimination, and SKYLIGHTZ Gaming down to 2 man standing. It's a 4 versus 2 versus 4 between these 3 teams. HR somewhat surviving. They have the circle for themselves. But rest of these teams have to fight their way in. Romeo boy rezzed up, half HP he is. All of these players from HR, somewhat they are getting some damage from Raw officials. But Raw officials, if they get the chicken dinner from this place, I'll be really amazed. They've been staying here for quite some time, and they have made this place home and gonna get served a chicken dinner as well. So a total feeling of home is there for Raw officials versus 4. All trying to find something for themselves. They cannot over peak shadow. That's the problem.
I question their position, but still, I think the stars are perfectly aligned because this position is giving so much advantage to Raw officials. And HellRaisers, well, not in the best of the spot right now. Praveen still trying to find few players. Yes, the majority of the real estate is under the control of HellRaisers. Especially look at the position of Tier. His position is going to be so critical if he takes down. But now I think Praveen has spotted him down, and now Raw officials do realize there is a player on the backline.
Nice
they have to be careful.
Raw.
They have eliminated the entirety of SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, and SKYLIGHTZ did pull off a good show in this one. But now it's all about Raw officials versus HR, and HR, they need those points because they are also in the bottom. 12 defeat points, and Raw officials, they were raining death and destruction in this particular one. The first knock that should come in from the side of HR should be on the Tier. But Jiggle being the brave one, closing in the distance with that buggy.
Yeah, there you go. Jiggle closing in, but Nades comes in from Jokey Boy. Takes one down, and possibly there will be a second one. But one spray from the side of Teams Raw Sky will take down 2 of the players down. It's a 2 versus 3 still. HR Jokey still in the open, and once things will open up, it will be over for HR. No confirmation, no elimination confirmation, and it will be only 6 points in the name of survival for HR. But the 16 kills chicken dinner, 26 total point for Raw officials will really push them forward, and now they are on top 3 spots. 3rd spot they are on. What a nice winner chicken dinner coming from these guys, and a much needed one.
I'm sorry for the tech issue. Welcome back everyone to PMPL South Asia Championship Fall Season 2023 League Stage Day number 3, and just now we witnessed Raw officials getting a beautiful chicken dinner for themselves, a much needed one. At the start of the day they were somewhere on the 10th position in the overall ranking, but now they're already in the top 5. So yes, a much needed chicken dinner came from the side of Raw officials. They were holding a little pit for a very long time and was shocked to see no one tried to contest them, no one tried to fight with them. They were being so silent, and finally the patience did pay off in terms of that chicken dinner. But speaking of one other team also, that is going to be HellRaisers. They needed those points. They were at the bottom of the overall ranking at the start of the day and coming on the second spot. Yes, the position points are there. I'm not sure how many elimination points, but last I saw, yes, they do have good elimination points as well. So HellRaisers, they have also propelled themselves up in the overall ranking. And like Ehsan mentioned at the start of the day, that these teams have total 8 games, and now few of the teams have only 4 games remaining. One group is having 5 games remaining, not too many games in their hands. So at this point, definitely today is the day when comeback should be coming in. But talking about the MVP, it is going to be Sky from the side of Raw officials, and my co-caster Ehsan is also back. Hi Ehsan.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shadow. What an amazing match coming from the side of Raw officials, as we were pretty, I would say criticizing of that dip where Team Raw had their camps, but they took a chicken dinner from that same place. So they really proved us slightly wrong, not that wrong, because we're still right. But anyhow, in focus, Sky with 8 eliminations, Malik with 6 eliminations. They've really been stacking some eliminations here. Total of 16 elimination points, I guess, overall Raw officials managed to get for themselves, and 14 are in this very graphic. So shows how dominating performance it was from Sky and Malik. But overall match summary it is from Team Raw officials. PubgM with highest assist, 4 assists. So now I know how Sky got those 8 eliminations. But I'm just kidding, guys. 345 healing done by T2K Rick. T2K, they've been really under immense amount of fire from every side. Even HR, they took some shots on the players as well. Got a few of the players knocked out, but unfortunate for HR, they couldn't confirm any elimination points for themselves. 6 points to their name, and all came as, the placement points. Pretty ironic for them.
Raw officials on the top, definitely with 26 points. IHC also on the second spot with 10 points. This time also IHC was being very aggressive. They were trying to move in from the southern eastern side where Stalwarts were also placed. Speaking of Stalwarts, not a very good game, only 2 points to their name. Magnus also, first 2 days they were shining. On the third day there is a dip in their performance, single point to their name. And 7th Element, the inconsistency which we always talk about, that is coming from their side. One good game, and again 7th Element, this game just a single point to their name. But now it's the last game of the day where Group A will be sitting out. That means 4ME, SKYLIGHTZ Gaming, High Voltage, HellRaisers. They have only 4 games remaining which are going to be played tomorrow. But this Miramar, the group that is coming back, is going to be Group B, Mabetex, DRS, King of Spades, and 52 Esports.
Yeah, last one for the day, guys, is gonna be Miramar once again. But so far, it's been kind of a quick run through from these, through this map by every team. Every team took their part, and it's not been, DRS confirming 2 chicken dinners or any of these teams going for 2 chicken dinners. It's been quite diverse so far. So I'm really loving the diversity this lobby is really showing us, and the kind of gameplay coming in. It's really raising the expectation bar as well. But last match of the day, it's once again an extensive map. But guys, we'll see if this time around, as some of these teams, Group A is sitting out, so HR, they're done with their today's matches. They've I guess in overall ranking took somewhere around 25 points so far. Not a good start for them, but one more chance, and that chance is tomorrow for sure. First 4 matches, If they're able to qualify, that will be a miracle in my opinion, because I am at this very moment not thinking much about HR's qualification. Looks like it's getting tough and tough for them.
It's difficult, but not impossible.
Yes.
If they do their homework right, if they pull off a very good chicken dinner for themselves, it is still possible. So, day number 4, the last day, anything can happen. We can see some miracles happening in the lobby. Few of the teams which we were not expecting at all, like HellRaisers. At the start of the day, they were right at the bottom, and after this performance, I'm very sure now they are not at the bottom. Maybe they're already in top 12 or top 16. So yeah, all these teams just need one good game. Even right now, on the last day, the overall standing is still very volatile.
Yeah, still very volatile. And the thing is, it's only top 6 have to make it out of 20.
Yeah.
So it's not that difficult. But that's the reason why it's the league stage is very interesting, because any team with any match can actually propel themselves into top 16s on the on the bottom phases. And at the same time, even though if you're sitting somewhere in top 12, top 13, you're not safe. 1 or 2 bad matches can really make it go south for you. But guys, we'll move toward our final match. Players are ready, so we are. Let's straight get into the action. As we can see, everyone has those smiles on their faces, even though if they're not having a good day, but still. Move straight toward our match, and talking about the playing path is starting from the southern side of Puerto Pareso, the port of Pareso, and going straight up toward the east, toward the western side, and pretty close to Monte Nuevo, I must say, but still, a lot of the map is inaccessible, including water treatment, Alizar, Cruz de Valle, even La Cobria is pretty much a far cry. Torre Amuda, Campo Militar. All of these areas are somewhere out of the reach. I can see, seeing this plane line, the most teams can glide forward to is somewhere close to San Martin. That's pretty much it, I think so, Shadow.
This is one of the reason I hate Miramar the most, because if you have a complete one-sided flight path, then vehicle contestation might happen, and we know what happens always when there is a vehicle contestation. Few teams lose their player, or few early eliminations can come in. So definitely it's one of those maps where you want a centrish flight path bisecting the map in 50-50 half, but it never happens. It happens only in the map of Sanhok, where you don't need it at all. But never mind. Speaking of Ehsan, all these okay, hold a minute. I just love the circle. I love the circle because already 40% of the area is inside the water, not enough real estate to accommodate all the 16 teams, so it's going to be chaotic Miramar.
It will be, and possibly it could be somewhere in the start as well. 7th Element going against Team Leo, and this is not a good sight for 7E. One of the players, Gokuba, drops close to the grid stations. The grids, I must say, not the station, but at the same time, what a shot coming from the side of Nova. X takes down T24 OP. The frontline assaulter is down from the side of Team 7E. Another one down. Nice headshot landed once again. Nova just threading some good shots through the heads, through the craniums of 7th Element's players. And now 7E is left with only Alean and Goku Bot. Both of these brothers will just take this forward for 7th Element. We'll see if they got the 7th Element in them, or they are just left with no gas. Anyhow, 4 versus 2 it is. Another confirmation will come shortly onto the players, and there's not much left for 7E in this fight. Let's see if there will be a quick elimination, but some more damage to Alean. A nade is being prepared, but we'll see if this nade will do anything. No damage dealt. Player will push forward. Liquid takes him down, but a machete kill. Oh, nice one. 1, 2, 3. 3 shots. This machete is not that sharp.
Oh, Slipknot is just saving his bullets.
Yeah, maybe.
And Goku, well, with that UMP-45, like you said, not much can be done in this situation. 7th Element, again, okay, that hurts. That hurts really bad. But yeah, this is something I have an issue with, the inconsistencies which come in. If Seventh Element had
Yeah, two
avoided
matches
this
back to
drop
back.
fight, yeah, back to back 2 matches, you're not getting any point, either 1 or 0 points after getting a chicken dinner. If Seventh Element had gone for those average position points, also 2, 3, or 5 position points, they were enough for them to sustain in top 12. But now, the inconsistency, I'm not so sure which position Seventh Element will be at the end of the day.
Yeah, right now looks like they're still in somewhere in safe zone. They will be qualifying for the finals. That's for sure. These guys been the second runner-ups for PMPL Pakistan. So I'm pretty hopeful they will bounce back. But as you said, the inconsistency, it really hurts. It's been kind of a downhill for them so far. Seventh Element, if they get one chicken dinner for themselves, after that, 2 matches, 2 chances, pretty much wasted, I must say. But kill feed, Aegon Excite going against Mabetex. Wally is down. Where is it happening actually? It's happening on the southern part of Los Leones. Blade and Wally just exchanging some words before his departure. But Aegon, they have stepped out of their comfort zone, their comfort area of the North Los Leones. But at the same time, Leo shuts down IQ as he was speaking too much. I didn't like his face, I must say. That's the reason why. But it will buy some time for Mabetex to reposition themselves. Just avoid this fear of getting surrounded by Aegon XI8. As the kill confirmation would have came. For sure, Mabetex have realized they're going against Aegon XI8. Folek is there. Going into a 1v2. Well, for sure, we'll try to revive his player as well. Playing the kill feed, 52 Esports going against Stalwart Esports. And 52 losing 2 players in just an instance.
One of the player knocked himself by falling down on the other side. Regicide and Leo are also locking horns with each other. Mabetex Esports, they do have an advantage in this position because look at Blade. He's on a very low HP. Mabetex, they have the height advantage. And in the map of Miramar, if you have a height advantage, 50% of job is already done. Yet Uta, as per the finish feed, gets a confirmation onto Noki of Regicide. Regicide, I don't know what happens to this team in SAC, because in the Pakistan PMPL, they always tend to perform so good. But right now, Aegon XI8 was from a far off distance, tried to pepper a few bullets towards Desert, but action comes in and 52 Esports, well, one player has been knocked out. Action gets a confirmation point, and 52 Esports, they have been eliminated. And Stalwart, what a perfect start, 4 defeat points already in their pockets.
Yeah, 4 good points, and I see with a domination spree, total of 3 eliminations. Grenadier goes to Action, so 2 titles in 1 fight. Nice work by Team Stalwart Esports. But anyhow, the fight, the much-awaited fight, Aegon XI8 going against Magnus Esports, is the fight of heights. So anyone with a weak heart shouldn't watch this one happening. On this front, Aegon XI8, 3 of the players will take on to the 3 players of Mabetex. Usam on the backlines, just taking care of anything that might be out of syllabus, coming out of the textbook situation. So he will be taking care of that, but Usam getting some chip damage. Get back into safety. Jeros, his position is pretty much open, but a nade goes in. Blade once again surviving on a slither of an HP. It's been second time around he's been in this kind of situation, but still Mabetex have that control of the height. They're not feeling any difficulty right now to just navigate their way in this fight. But Aegon, look at that, Usam and IQ. They have repositioned themselves from that height, and it could be detrimental for Leo, as he could be a possible first victim in the process.
A lot of utils have been invested. The smoke is there, the soft cover is there, but this grenade can be deadly for Leo. Leo is also cooking up a grenade, but Zero from a far off angle finds Usm, instantly takes him down. IQ might be looking for a rescue mission onto his teammate, but that is not being allowed. IQ is pretty much pinned. And Leo, along with his teammate Desert, is trying to look for the confirmation point. with that grenade. And Leo with the UMP45 going for an up-close frontal battle with the players of Aganex I8. Aganex, they don't have the numbers advantage, but Blade with a UMP45 takes down 0. The trades are coming back and forth. This is a very slow fight that is happening between Mabetex and Aganex I8. But again, Aganex I8 takes down Leo OP. But Leo, before going down, he did manage to take down IQ. So the trades are coming back and forth. Both these teams need to realize that casualties are coming from both the ends. So they have to figure out a way without getting much elimination. They try and defeat the opponent team. But Falak still trying to go for the rescue mission onto IQ.
He will get raised up. It will be a 3 versus 1. And once IQ gets raised up, now the finding dessert mission is initiated. Zerd repositioning himself, trying to make it somewhere safe where he can actually take a fight heads on with his DBS. DBS is ready. Players are up high. Some shots being delivered, but headshot connected by Blade is over. Magnus Esports getting eliminated on 14th spot. A quick finish from the side of Aegon. Got 4 points for themselves, and only on loss of their IGL Uzum. Aegon excited 4 points early on. Could be a possible good match for them. But we'll see how far they can go with this kind of early momentum. But this is Shadow my theory. If you lose even a single player in your first fight, you're pretty much done with your match. Even though in your next fight you will be on a disadvantage. You will be taking a 3v4. So losing a player is never an idea, even though you get 4 points.
Yes, I do agree, but if you're getting 4 finish points and a good start by losing one player, absolutely agreed. You should always engage in a fight where without suffering any casualty, you try and eliminate the opponent. But this was kind of a forced fight and it was impossible to back off from it. So Aganex I8, they had to bite the bullet in this scenario. For now, speaking of other teams as well, from the northern end, DRS is also chiming in, trying to potentially look for a northern dominant control. But speaking of IHC might be in a cluster of teams where we have raw officials. And mind you, Ehsan, raw officials also tend to perform really good in the map of Miramar, because in the last season, raw officials, the best performance from this team came in the map of Miramar, all the Miramars.
Yep. Raw officials, even though talking about Miramar, they're still doing pretty well in the Erangel. So yeah, I am really happy to see the way they have adapted themselves, even though in the other maps as well. But yeah, for sure, some of these teams, they have some favorite maps, some favorite pickings, and Raw right now could be in a possible situation of winning this one. But as the predictions are on our screen, let's go with it, and I would pick team Stalwart Esports this time around. I don't want to see them getting taken down by T2K, but Stalwart Esports is it is for my side.
I don't know why my producer is forcing me to predict the team. I'm sorry, T2K, but my pick is going to be T2K this time. So, although T2K Miramar is not one of the strongest map, but still considering the position as they have the control of the center, maybe it can be a good game for them or for the plus of Raw officials as well. I'm sorry, Raw, I took your name as well. But speaking of DRS, they are going for a very long rotation from the eastern side. DRS last season, the most of the times they used to come from the northern end, but this time they're coming from the eastern side. They're playing edge to edge. That has always been the approach of DRS. They never contest for the center. They always play from the edges, and that is how they try and dominate in every single map, except for Sanhok. Sanhok is one of their strong suits.
Yeah, Sanhok is pretty unpredictable. I would never say it's a favorite map or our team is strong on that map. It's just the only thing that is strong on Sanhok is the blue zone, which is, I would say, the enemy of everyone. Never
the 17th team
differentiates between anyone. Yeah, for every team, yes. Never differentiates, always pretty focused on eliminating the players. Or yeah, that's what is very strong in Sanhok. It's a very obnoxious map. I really don't like the way Sanhok is, but it's not gonna change anything about Sanhok, even though if I hate it or not. But so far, Circle has shifted slightly northern, just leaving out most of the water bit and moving totally toward the lane, toward the land, not the lane for sure. I was just getting out of my lane. But King of Spades, they're marking their territory now. Let's see if the Kings will be able to establish their kingdom on the southern side, as R3G could be an imminent threat. A possible threat, I must say, as they are trying to encroach, trying to make their way in. Regicide could be a force to dealt with, but right now the height advantage is with King of Spades. So still I'm unsure which side this whole situation will go. Now look at Deathstorm position. He has what is needed for the fight, the intel, the information, the possible information, so the teams can take the covers. But what is Waz even trying to do? He's just flying his vehicle right, left, center, his supercar.
He's just waiting for the players of Regicide to come at such a position where if he fires a bullet, a knock comes in and he can convert it into a finish point. Because look at his teammates that are already present on the uphill. His job was to provide the information, the intel, and he did it perfectly. And his teammates retaliated and took down 2 players of Regicide. Saini is also on a one player. Saini was on a very low HP. I thought he was knocked out, but now Regicide also going for a close frontal battle. They have to be careful of the grenades that might come in out of the flank angles. But this time Mama with the drop shot takes down 1 player. Can he take down the second one as well? Both the players on a very low HP. A clutch might be coming in. It's almost done. And Regicide, they bite the dust on the 13th spot with just a single elimination. And Mamba, a very good clutch coming in from this particular lad. Yeah.
Just took care of everything. Yeah. The bill of lading is served, and King of Spade got this property for themselves. 3 good kills and an AWM. We'll see if it will be put to any use, but look at this. Where King of Spade is trying to go. As they're moving any further, they will straight go toward the players of 3X. Pretty separated King of Spades are now, but where actually this player of King of Spades is trying to go right now, pretty close to him is Ozefa from SRX 3X. This could go south for these guys. They have started out good, but no more hopping on the roof for Deathstorm. Had it enough, and now Ozefa was not happy with it. Confirmation goes, and King of Spades losing another player. Down to 2-man standing it is.
Only 2 players remaining, even the players of TUF. Tarzan, he has to move inside the circle. His teammates are already present over there and they're engaging in a fight for the players of Leo, where Nova X, he has been taken down. TUF, they do have the position advantage. They are on the periphery of the circle. Even the players of Raw officials, they're on the low ground, and from this height advantage, TUF can perfectly punish Raw officials. But the team that is getting punished right now are King of Spades, because Yol gets a confirmation point as well with his Scaril. Now the circle is also closing in. Leo Esports, they're at the mercy of the blue. At one side it's TUF, on the other side it's the play zone. It's almost done for them.
It's almost done for them. Leo, they already lost 2 of the players, and for sure if Tarzan will have a slight of an idea that someone is moving close by, he'll go for the confirmation. But still, Tarzan is not looking in the same direction. When the kill feed, Probin takes down one of the players from NBeSports, and looks like NBeSports, they're under immense amount of fire and will possibly be getting eliminated as well. But Stalwart Esports at the same time taking one of the players down from Team Tough, and it will give some time to the players of Leo to slowly and steadily close in. And now looks like Team Tough is in an open fight, but what a nice use of utility coming from the side of Tarzan, taking one of the players of Leo down. Last man standing is in the open. Smoke is there. Sekujin on the other side taking the fight, but players will push forward, pushes uphill, and will go straight and meet his fate. Over for Leo Esports it is, and King of Spades are also out on the 11th spot. 4 total elimination to their name. At the same time, Team Sky going, Team Raw going against NBeSports. Confirmation it is, and Team Raw still surviving. A good fight taken as well. Raw official, I believe they have lost one or two of their players in the process, I guess. I'm not sure so far.
Still, they have a long journey ahead because look at their position. They don't have the circle's benefit, and Stalwarts are placed perfectly to gatekeep TUF as well as Raw officials. If Raw officials and TUF go for a very long rotation up to towards the northern side from the southern side complete, maybe they can find a clear entry inside the circle, and TUF, I believe, is exactly trying to do so. Rather than entering directly inside the circle, they are taking a little northern rotation. But IC still keeping a close eye onto the players of TUF. Magnus, they are in the epicenter, and so are the players of T2K. This time T2K, they're not making any noise. Just like the players of Raw officials were doing in the previous game of Erangel.
4 man standing.
Yeah, they do have the numbers, all the 4 players.
Yeah, I thought, there was some yellow dots on the map feed. So I thought it's only 2 players surviving, but they were pretty close to each other. I like that, close bond between these guys. But so far, Raw officials, they have made their way in. And now they have somewhat an edge of circle, but they have to face Stalwart Esports. Another, big guns that they have to take care of. But at the same time, Tough is giving a headache to the guys of Team Raw official from up top. But Raw, they have a good position inside close to the edge of the circle. They cannot pop their heads even further, but they have to make a push, and that's what they are trying to do. One of the players from Stalwart Esports, already the defenses are weak, and now Raw officials can push forward, and it will be a good edge taken by these guys. But the Top is there. Top just trying to retaliate. This could be something that can backfire, but at the same time, Raw officials, they will confirm Nurzith, and they have the edge of the circle as well.
Well, yes, they do have the edge of the circle, but Stalwart Esports, they do have a compound as well. And that's a good benefit, that's a good advantage which Stalwarts are having right now. At the same time, they do have the information, not just about one team, about both the teams, 2F and Raw officials. But T2K, my eyes are still set on T2K. The way this team is being so very silent, they're just playing with a circle. A lot has changed in the game style of T2K. Miramar, previous season and this season, the way they are approaching, a lot of things have changed. But from the southern side, one more team is trying to make the rotation. That is going to be the squad of IHC.
Yeah, so far, looking at the position, IHC is pretty close by as well. See, just eyeing their surroundings just to make sure that they are in total control, but at the same time, in the kill feed, T2K goes against Team SRX. 3x Shamir is eliminated, and SRX is knocked out, not eliminated yet, but could possibly be eliminated. But IAC at the same time takes down Top. Well, right away confirm it. STE down to 2 man standing. Tough has also descended down from up high, and now they are eyeing on that same compound where Stalwart Esports remaining 2 players are. IC and Action. Action might go against a fight with Tarzan and Riddler first, but we'll see how H2SO4 will be able to provide any cover to his team. Where is the 4th player? This is still concerning me, but Team Sky, they are pushing forward, takes down IHC Godless, and IHC down to their last man standing now. Where is Alex? Alex is pretty close by. He's taking fight with 3x as he pops his head out, going well for a shotgun fight, but at the same time, cover fire coming from the side of Shamir. Cairo is there, and this could possibly change things around. Cairo confirming the elimination with his UMP. A beast gun in close ranges, but at the same time, H2SO4 takes down Action, and IC is the last one standing, and it looks like Team Tough will be marching in and for sure capture that compound for themselves.
On the other side, Stalwart's IC, the lone survivor with the DBS, finds Riddler, takes him down instantly. Thor gets a confirmation point onto Action over there. Still, the numbers advantage is with the players of TUF. Stalwarts, they're fighting with the tooth and nail. TUF with those utils trying to get the confirmation point or dish out some damage to the last man. On the other side of the map, even the players of DRS also falling down thanks to the players of Againx I8. Thor with the UMP 45. I like the way TUF is not taking things for granted. And DBS right on the face of Thor. IC takes him down, gets a confirmation point, repositioned himself. I love the way IC is approaching this outnumbered fight. TUF, H2SO4, TUF, they went a little overconfident in this particular fight, the way the split was coming in. And look at the position of H2SO4. This is going to be so very critical. He doesn't have any throwable, any grenade, nothing. Just one first aid. But he's very well aware where exactly IC is. But Raw, look at them.
Raw, they want the piece of Stalwart Esports. They already took 2 and now they want more. And at the same time, Team Tough is on the backlines as well. Kill confirmation, but we'll see if Tough will be able to third party the situation. I don't think so. 2 versus 4 it is. And this could be some more elimination points for Raw officials. An 8 already lodged in. And looks like Raw official, they will be backing off because 3X has already encroached on their back. And now some retaliation coming in. Knight is there. Two of the players of Raw are down, and this could be a possible decider fight of a chicken dinner. It looks like Team 3X, they're pushing forward. They are not stopping, and it's over. Knight confirming the final one, and Team SRX 3X will survive for one more fight. All 4 players are surviving, and aggression of Raw is now paused by the players of 3X.
The circle
They'll get all
is
of their
still
players raised up.
I'm sorry to cut you off. The circle is still
No,
heavily
it's okay.
favoring T2K. I'm so happy to see that.
You know, every team is getting wrecked right now, and the only thing that is making Shadow happy is T2K. They're surviving.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, I would say, showing that how concerned Shadow is with T2K survival. But right now, it looks like DRS, after losing one of their players, it will be extra cautious. That's the reason why they're not overextending. T2K, they have a split that they're using right now, and they are in the dead center of the circle. Everyone have to make their way through them, and now Tough is going against Team SRX 3X. This could be a backstab, which SRX not gonna like. It'll be an unpleasant one, but Tough, they're not taking the fight. They want to survive. But Aegon XIH's final player, Blade, gets eliminated to the play zone. And with 5 eliminations, Aegon leaves on the 5th spot, left with 4 teams, guys. And most of these teams have a man advantage. And looks like SRX 3X, they are paving their way toward a win. But T2K is there to grab their piece of chicken dinner for today. Their quota of the chicken dinner for the day. And looks like they have closed their split. And this is that time, Shadow, where a make it or a break it situation is going to happen for T2K. If they raise out of this pinch the situation between SRX, 3X, and DRS, for sure they're going to get the chicken dinner.
DRS versus T2K. They're in a battle of grenades where Love is on the receiving end. Perfect, right in the face of Love. Gyante lobs a grenade from the back line. Even the players of 3X are also coming in. T2K, they are in a sandwich situation. Shamir with a grenade can take down one more player from the side of T2K. Not the best of the position for them, but on the other side, DRS, they are also raining death and destruction onto the players of TWF, where only one player surviving. That is going to be Tarzan. Even 3X, DRS Delta, he's aware about the positions of 3X Esports. He's being a little careful. Yes, there are hard covers present, which DRS is using to the perfection. 3 players still standing strong. 5 defeat points on the edge of the circle, potentially looking for the northern dominant control. This is something I like about DRS. They always play from the edge of the circle. The backlines are clear. All they have to do is just look in the forward and gather the information and then shoot and knock down the players and finish. Get the finish points. And so easy to say. But right now, 3X Esports, look at one of the player of 3X Esports. He's so far away from his teammates that if a knock comes in, there is no chance of a revival coming in.
Yeah, he's the way he's pretty splitted out, for sure. If he gets knocked out, it will be just done and dusted for him. And in this very phase of the game, for sure, who will knock out Zephyr. Will not let him get revived once again. But blue zone about to close, 19 more seconds, and it will be stage 9. Every team have to step out in the open, and for sure we'll see some exchanges happening between 4 of these teams. DRS slowly and steadily closing in. Still is an open, risky area that they have to encroach onto, and T2K are pretty spread it out on this ridge line. They're not over peaking. Rig have to reposition himself slightly because blue is right on his back, but MPL with the utility can actually turn things around. But a nade goes in, another one follows from Jane, and DRS, one of their player is on his knees. T2K, now they have pretty much delayed this push from the side of DRS. Smokes are there, Delta also joining in. There's only one place for the cover, and that's what T2K also realizes, and that's why another nade will possibly go in, and this could mark an end, but somewhat DRS gets survived. But MPL and Rig with some more nades confirm all 3 players of T2 for DRS. 1 nade, 1v3 from the side of Rig. But now left with top 3 teams. T2K, they have cleared their back, nothing to worry about. It's only a fight they have to take across a ridge. SRX3X, they are throwing the utility, and Ozefa is there, Knight is there. This will be an interesting fight. Jane is also holding on to the back lines. Just will take care of someone popping their heads off this ridge line, but Tarzan is there in the play. Tarzan have to reposition himself. Will get spotted out if he will show his face from his left. But at the same time, this fight is not getting concluded. Smokes are being deployed. A flash also been thrown. Oh, we'll see if this flash will do anything. But T2K, they want to push forward. Knights taking down Tarzan. 3 versus 3 it is. T2K, they can smell the chicken dinner, and now they're pushing forward. Rig takes down 1, takes down 2, but now it's down to a 1v1 between Ozefa and MPL. No, it's a 1v1 now. Ozefa low on HP, he's repositioned himself and confirms the chicken dinner. What a chicken dinner coming for this team. Ozefa just punching his mattress and dislodging his phone, which was his camera, I must say. But winner chicken dinner goes to the favor of SRX3X, and now they are on 14th spot. They have somewhat pulled themselves out of the bottom 4. GG's. Welcome back, guys, after this short promo break, and you're watching South Asia Championship Falls 2023. This is Essen with me, Shadows on the desk. But what an end to the day. 3x, at last, a most awaited moment to all 3x fans out there. But T2K, they really fought hard and made 3x run for their money. But so far, it was a GG's, I must say, for Team 3x. A good, I would say, use of intellect as well at the final moment from Ozefa, but overall it was a good match for 3x.
Even Smokes also, the perfect utility usage was there from the side of 3x Esports. I'm happy for 3x, but I'm very sad. I came so close to getting one correct prediction, and that has been taken away from me. I'm disappointed too.
My boy.
I'm very disappointed. But yeah, 3x Esports, it was not an easy win for them. They had to make their way inside the circle. And T2K, this time, they were already in the epicenter. So they had a benefit of the zone, which 3x didn't had. They carved their way towards the chicken dinner and they got it. But this time, the MVP is going to be from the side of Stalwart Esports, IC, with 5 eliminations.
I see with 5 eliminations, and the fight against Duff really put him on the board, I must say. The way he confirmed those 2 eliminations over aggressing Duff, they pretty much, gave away their chance of winning the winner chicken dinner. They should have a prime position in the circle, I must say. But nice work coming once again by rest of the remaining Tough players. They made their team to the top 3, so GG's there. But we'll see how much that will improve their overall ranking. But players in focus, I see with 5 eliminations. Edgar, the H2SO4, with 3 eliminations. Rig with 3 from T2K. And those 3 came with 1 single grenade, I must say. But in Knight, from 3x with 3 eliminations, saving his team's day against Team Raw officials. But my summary is it's mostly Stalwart Esports IC, then highest assist goes to XMPL. Did this guy change his name? What was his name previously? I'm just thinking right now. Sanchir? No, he wasn't Sanchir. Something like that. But let's have a quick look at the map ranking, guys. It's 3x with 20 points and T2K with 12, Tough with 11, Raw officials with 10 points, not 8. 8 in eliminations, DRS with 5, Aegon Excite with 8, DS with 9, sorry. Actually looking the white part. I'm slightly colorblind, I must say. But Stalwart Esports, 7 points to their name. Leo with 5, King of Spades with 4, IC with 4. Rest of the teams got 1-1 for themselves and no points for Magnus Esports 52 and 7th Element. 0-0-0 for them. Let's have a quick look at the overall ranking, Shadow.
Yeah, let's have a quick look because 3x Esports, they were not in top 16, but I'm very sure now they are. DRS Gaming, they're still sitting on the top because of the consistent performance which has been delivered. But Raw Esports, look at the elimination points. They have got the highest elims, 69 points and 30 placement points. This team knows aggression. They need to focus on the placement points as well. For God's sake, guys, even High Voltage DC, 29 placement points, 64 elims coming in, 93 points. Perfect gameplay has been showcased by all these teams. This was a day of comeback. So many teams from the bottom, they came on the in the top 5. IHC in the top 5 with 90 points. Even Leo Esports, they have propelled themselves up by 2 positions. Now they are sitting comfortably on the 4th spot.
Comfortable for them, but anyhow, some of these teams, they have made their way toward the safe spaces. 7th Element, 52 Esports, SRX 3x, they're made out of the bottom 4, but it also put King of Spades and SKYLIGHTZ Gaming at risk, and also NBeSports. NBeSports is not that far, but HellRaisers, they gotta raise some hell tomorrow for sure if they want to qualify. 39 points for Team Tough. Now they are somewhat in a striking position for top 16 and eventually get qualified for the finals. But we'll see what happens. Still a pretty unsure situation for bottom squads. Even I would say R3G, Team Tough, HellRaisers. HellRaisers, they're really under, I would say, a lot of tension so far. 26 points, that's it for them. But they can improve a lot. 4 matches tomorrow. We'll see how they will play out those.
Yeah, those 4 matches are going to matter the most because I believe still any team can propel themselves and come into the top 16. They just need one good gameplay and consistent performance in the remaining 3. But looking at the elimination leaders, Malik is leading the chart with 31 elims from Raw officials. Godless, look at the amount of damage that which Godless has been dishing out from IHC. Close to 6,028 elims.
28 eliminations. It's not been a good day for Magnus Esports, I must say. They've been in some fights, but not a good number. Zabian just being pushed slightly deep in this elimination leaders ranking. But Godless, he really made that much of an improvement, much needed improvement, and now he's somewhere close, in a striking range to take down the player of Raw officials. But day summary days, DRS once again starting off their day with a chicken dinner, just doing the ritual. High Voltage, another chicken dinner in match number 2. Then Miramar goes to 7th Element. Their final fight was against SKYLIGHTZ Gaming. Erangel goes to Raw, and the final one goes to SRX3X. The funny thing is, my gut was saying SRX3X will win this chicken dinner, but when you chose T2K, I was slightly confused. I thought, maybe there are chances T2K win this one. But anyhow, this proves my point that always listen to your gut feeling. We'll see.
But I need to file a petition that a producer should stop asking me for the prediction because I don't want my DMs to be full of please stop predicting our team. T2K is not going to be happy. So many other teams which I I don't want that. I don't want to be the person to jinx the teams, but I'm so very happy for 3x Esports because they were at the bottom. They needed the much needed chicken dinner. T2K, they were already sitting on the comfortable spot, but this game was very critical for 3x Esports, and now all they have to do is make sure the consistent gameplay comes in for the remaining 4 games. Average 3-4 points if they get in every single game. I think 3x Esports, they are going to be pretty much comfortable and they'll qualify for the grand finals.
Yeah, let's see how they will do so. But there's one more day tomorrow, so still they are, in a risky radar place overall ranking wise. But guys, that was it for the day. We'll see you guys tomorrow with some more action and top 16 teams of the finale for this South Asia Championship. This was your host S, and with me was Robin, Shadow. If you have any, for us, you can always reach out. You're free to reach out. But see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourself and take care. Bye-bye.
My friends, the guys over at PUBG Mobile challenged me to turn my guitar into an insane looking futuristic rifle. More specifically, the Dandy Grooster set Cadence Maestro M24 upgradable firearm. Okay, that's very specific, since that challenge sounds like the usual madness we're doing here on the channel. I accept this challenge.
But how do you want to do that?
I can't do it alone, so I got the world's leading light design, special effect and show designer and my favorite tattoo artist in the entire world to help with the design and manufacturing of this insane looking laser rifle gun, and then to play some crazy super challenging shred licks over a funk track. Painted, that's probably a good idea. I think all real guitar builders will cringe hard at this video. I don't think that this is how you usually do it. Okay, so now we have a black guitar, but we have to add a lot of rifle elements to it. How are we going to do that?
The back part of the guitar is very detailed. So my idea was project the actual guitar on this piece of wood, draw it, and then we cut it out. You don't have to hold it like a baby. We have all these parts here, and this looks pretty much like the original gun already, right?
Yeah. We have to closely replicate the color scheme and all the super intricate details of this design. We got some acrylic colors that look quite promising, but what's even more important, she will hopefully help me with not screwing this up now that this is already starting to look promising. So let's do this. We will use the projector above us to trace the lines of all the details. Have fun. We simply used some black zip ties and it's actually surprisingly balanced. Look at this awesome set that Martin built, and the LED wall behind me isn't even on yet. But honestly, the last question of tonight, can I actually shred on this thing? Let's find out.